Wow, I really just ranted on mute for a while, didn't I? How long was that? Like at least 2 minutes? Okay. I was really going. I was. Okay, well, that's why I make the big bucks, okay? That's why I make the dollar bills, okay? This is why this is my job, you know? Holy fuck me, okay. Let's do that again, why don't we? Okay. The next two episodes of Frenemies are pretty intense. Okay, they're pretty intense. And so we're going to focus on the next two episodes. I doubt we'll have spoons for a third. We're basically going into the next episode, which is number 6. Okay. Ethan and Trisha reconcile, kind of. So it's kind of after the big storm off, she comes back. The episode after that is the Dr. Drew episode. So these are two very emotionally charged episodes. So let's see how many spoons we have to get through them. I have a feeling it's going to take a lot out of us. I feel, a part of revisiting these series is realizing how spoon draining it can be. I was feeling so drained after Amber and Johnny. I felt pretty drained in general, like doing these, but a part of it is that we're here for 6 hours together, dissecting. And this is just a testament to why it is so hard for people to deconstruct, because it takes so much emotional labor, which is so difficult that most people, instead of doing that work, would rather just not. And I can't blame them. You work 40 hours a week, you work 50, 60 hours a week. And then on top of that, we're sitting here draining our spoons for this stuff. But I think this is why it's just such a good example of why it is so hard to re-examine our own lives. And this is why we're reviewing these series. Is one, we're watching real people in real time. And two, it's giving us an opportunity to think of ways to re-examine our own lives, So I appreciate you being here and doing this, because there's like 40 episodes of Frenemies and we're on episode 6. We're going to be doing this for a couple weeks. Once we're done, and I think it's going to be iconic, once we're done, we'll take a break, go back into trending topics, a bunch of stuff that I've missed that people have wanted me to cover. We'll take like a break off, maybe like a week or something. And then I think we should do a series again. I think it's fun. I'll be having new Ultimatum episodes out for you in the next 3 days, hopefully, when YouTube approves the video. So hopefully this weekend you'll get a couple new Ultimatum episodes. And then by the end of the month, we're going to restart up BoJack Horseman. So we're just going for it, girls. I tell you, 2025, it's going to be an interesting year. And I think it starts off with us spending the new year re-examining ourselves, especially me, publicly, which is great. Like, what an opportunity. So here we are, episode 6 of Frenemies. Trisha and Ethan reconcile. Kind of. That's the title. Kind of. Okay, let's go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jeffrey. I'm Ethan Starr. And with us today, every day, because it is our show together.
At least till Halloween, because I have to commit to the Halloween costumes I had planned, so.
Oh, you're not committing past Halloween?
I can't make any promises. Honestly, if I didn't have a costume, I would have at least taken a couple weeks off, but.
Really?
Yeah. But
well,
here we are.
I'm glad you did have a costume.
It's great.
I know.
This is one of their greatest costume moments.
Fly today.
It's what?
It looks really good today.
Did you say fly as in cool?
Yeah.
The dogs underneath, they've been humping each other all morning. Thank you.
Who are you? I'm just kidding. The Riddler.
Yeah.
You know the Riddler's coming out in the new Batman that they're making with the Twilight guy?
I hate that.
Why?
I hate the Riddler in all those the Gotham show. I hate anyone but Jim Carrey's Riddler. So I get really annoyed. If anyone else plays the Riddler, I'm like,
oh really?
There's that guy. Was it the show Gotham? Was that the show?
Yeah.
It was horrible, the Riddler. The TikTok sounds are all him, and I'm like, he's so bad. Anyways, it's my ploy to get Jim Carrey on our show. Maybe he'll be our first guest.
Dude, you're gonna be so disappointed by all. Let's talk. So anyway, let's talk about, first of all.
Oh,
we had a falling out last episode.
Everyone thinks it was staged. I watched the drama channels that talk about us, and everyone was like, "It's obviously staged." I was like, "What?"
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking. I knew that people would say that it was staged because people always say that.
I couldn't imagine thinking that was staged, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of really intense. I'm kind of surprised anybody thought it could be staged, but I I mean, I get it, I guess.
Like the first time you came on our show, or the last time you came on our podcast as a guest, they were saying that we were faking the drama of like you dating Moses was fake.
Wow.
And so I don't know if they still believe that, but apparently everything's fake.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys kind of dragged it out. Like that
Dragged.
would seem like it would make sense. Like if I didn't come, I don't know. No, I don't know. Yeah.
But it's not fake.
Not that I know of. Who knows?
I mean, you guys are really committed if it's fake.
Yeah.
Super
No, that's not
committed.
fake. And I really just like Ethan. I think a lot of people think that's fake too. Like Angel's like, oh, what is happening with
They're
your
just
dog?
playing.
They're so aggressive.
They're just having a play.
Oh my God. But yeah, I truly like,
The dogs are going crazy under the table.
they're like humping or something.
Yeah, dude, you should appreciate that. All the things they do.
No, ew, I don't like
Trisha
dog
walked
humping.
in and Alfredo was just on his back, like chilling. And Trisha's like, oh my God, I think your dog is dead.
It does. He looks like he's dead. I just feel like you guys can't like keep up with the
Okay, I'm going to actually speed it up to 1.2. We've been listening to them on regular speed, but let's go to 1.2.
all that you do, you know?
My dog is very much alive and happy. But anyway,
So
so they think that we faked it. Yeah, because I watched the whole episode back. And because I knew that people accused us of faking drama in the past. And by the way, I've never faked drama in my life, so I don't know where that comes from. But
Ethan's like, I don't have to fake drama. I'm actually that dramatic. He's like, oh yeah, the thing between me and Hassan, definitely not fake. I don't have to fake drama. This man, I would never accuse of faking drama the way that he likes it and then he hates it. I've never seen somebody, like maybe Ethan has like, I'm saying this very facetiously, like an addiction where he just like loves the drama, but then it eats him up. And I'm like, sir, ma'am. But maybe that's the whole point of drama content creators is like they actually like, and that's why, look, as a person who's only ever really touched drama, I've never actually been in real drama, like real, what I consider real drama. Like I've been in a little bit of like baby level drama, right? And it's because I always end up exiting. But these people don't exit. They go harder and faster and make more claims. And that's the difference. Is please keep in mind that every time I'm in slight drama, I exit it and I like try to end it as quick as possible without like stifling my voice because I think that's bullshit. But Ethan and Trisha make video after video after video after video and they get into it and it does work for views. It makes everybody more famous. It brings in more money for everybody. But that is like a very interesting part of Ethan and all these people is you can try to stay away from the drama, but then how do you like, when does it, what's the difference from stifling your own voice and staying away from drama? And then what's the difference from engaging in the drama and getting into it and actually being able to like sleep at night? Because I feel like it is eating Ethan up. This decision he's made over the last 4 years to keep engaging with drama.
I was like, there's no way anyone could call this fake. We were obviously having such a heated argument.
I wasn't heated. I was just like, I was in disbelief that like you were calling me out on stuff that you do. Like that was the only thing. I was just like, wait, is this like, I didn't know if you were joking. I was like, oh no, like he's not joking. And then you do the thing that I hate, which is fine. Like here's the thing also, like I wasn't mad that you like called me crazy. Everyone's like, oh my God, Trisha, like whatever. It's just more of the fact that you're a hypocrite. And I was just like, oh my God,
No. It's not that he's a hypocrite because it's not like, I don't believe this, but let's see her out.
making me look bad with the stuff that you do. When you said I was like weaponizing private information, I'm like, did you not read my DMs to you about Moses and my hitting Moses and all that stuff, like the stuff that I didn't want public and you made that public? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, that's not even the same thing socially. Because at no point did Trisha say, hey, no, for real, I'm going to leave this set. We're not doing this. Do you know what I mean? At no point did somebody say, we're not doing this. Do not read my DMs. At no point do they ever seriously say, stop what you're doing. And that's why you have to have some sort of your personality that makes it clear, we're not doing this. Now, for me personally, might be a little unorthodox. I love me some safe words. Hey, safe word, now I'm not playing with you. This isn't a joke. I don't think it's funny. Like, you know, when you're tickling a friend and it gets to the point where now they're not breathing, but they're laughing. So you keep tickling them. They're like, no, stop. But you think it's funny. And that's the moment where you need a safe word. So when they safe word, you can stop. Because you can't always tell. Like, humans are stupid. We're stupid. So we can't always tell when somebody is like, no, stop, for real, stop. Because 10 seconds ago when you were saying stop, it was funny, but now you're saying stop and it's not funny. And how the hell am I supposed to know the difference? Right? That's why safe words are nice. You know? But like, neither of them do that. Trisha didn't explicitly say, no, we're not reading this. And was Moses in the room for that episode? Like, she could have just like said, no, we're like, this is super private. Don't do that. Right? But that's not what happens.
Like, I was like, it's the same thing. So
Hey, Moses, I didn't make that public.
yes, you did when you were reading the DMs and you're like, oh, can I go here? And I didn't know what you were doing. And we're like, no, don't
Oh, I
talk
didn't
about
say
it.
anything though.
No, you totally did. You read the DMs, everything.
Let's go back a bit.
Okay, anyways, okay, what do you want to
So anyway, I watched the episode back, and I was, I watched the episode back because I was like, gee, what happened? I watched the whole thing back, and I do think that
That's interesting. That's cool that Ethan watched it back. Okay, let's see.
I was, giving you a hard time a lot, so I can definitely understand why.
That wasn't my issue. Like, I can take someone being like,
She won't even let him like hold accountability. See how everyone in the comments was like, see, Brittany, he's going so hard on Trisha. But when he tries to hold himself accountable for it, she won't let him. So make a decision. Is Ethan going too hard on Trisha? Because right now Trisha's saying that wasn't even the issue. See how confusing these things can be? So what's the issue?
like honestly, I think it's funny. Like when people like call me that shit, it's funny. But my issue was when you were like,
so the issue that really upset you is when I said you weaponized.
yeah, because that's a bullshit thing that every guy does to me. Like fucking David too. The minute I made a video about how uncomfortable I was with the Tana situation, they like literally said, break up with Trish, never talk to her again. Like I was exiled. I was like, oh, so the minute I say anything back to someone, all of a sudden I'm the bitch. I'm the fucking cunt for doing that shit. It was so annoying because that very first episode, watch it back, I had to explain. You're like, yeah, you hit Moses and these DMs say it, and that he fucks
Didn't I ask
underage
you if I could
fans.
read them?
No, you said, how far can I go? And I was like, I don't know, let me hear it. And then when she said it, we're like, okay, don't put this out there. And I was like, well, fuck it. Like, you already did. And it's fine if that's how we're going to be. Like, but then the minute I say something, it's like, oh, you went too far. It's like, what are you talking about?
I didn't say you went too far. I was just noticing that it's something you do.
Well, then you weaponized too. Like, that was what I was so annoyed with. I was like, don't make me look like a bad guy for using this information or whatever when you've done it too. When you use stuff that Moses told you guys in private. I was shocked. Watch that first episode back. I looked at Moses. I was like, oh my God, you told them this? Like, this is crazy, which is why I had to explain myself. But you bringing that up and making it public knowledge when it wasn't, it was the same.
I mean, they act like this was a live stream. This wasn't a live stream. They could have not. This wasn't a live stream podcast, right? Couldn't they just not? No, it wasn't a live stream because there's no chat. They could have just literally not aired it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like in an adult world where something gets filmed, you just go, hey, don't put that part in, bro. Take it out. I don't have a chat. You guys say there is no chat for this. So that indicates not a live stream. It might have been a premiere, but I don't even see a chat. Like, so let me see. Sure. I'm not getting a chat for this, so this couldn't have been a live stream. If it was a live stream, it would have been a chat. So that means they could have edited it. It just doesn't make sense.
Exact thing.
Wait, about Moses being with minors or not being
But
with
that
minors?
too, and
Wasn't
then-
that public? That was an Instagram post.
No, I never said that.
Someone posted the DMs on Instagram.
Okay, my DMs to you, but then also this part of like bruising his arm, which I had to clarify that like you made it seem like I was like this
Never showed
physical.
that image
You
of that.
talked about it, and that's how this other account started posting it all. And we both were like, "What the fuck?" Watch the rewatch episode. We both were like, "What? Don't mention this. Stop talking about this."
Mm-hmm.
And so you made. So I was like, "Oh, so I mentioned something. You tell me in private, but you can mention anything I say in private, anything I do in private. I DM'd you privately, not to be shared publicly, and you shared them." Skipping over text, you skipped over DMs in that one. Like I'm like, okay, if you're gonna read the DMs, read every single one. Don't skip over the stuff I said where.
See, that doesn't make any sense to me what she's saying. I don't think she's really thought through, which is, we're all on a journey, why she's actually upset, because none of the requests she's making actually make sense to me personally. And I think I would ask her to like make sure. That's what I'm saying. When you make a request of somebody, you better know why you're asking it, and it has to make sense. Because it just doesn't make sense to me. Nothing she's saying, in my opinion, has any logical reasoning. It just sounds like she's asking something to ask something because she wants something. So if my friend was going to make a request of me, you gotta explain the logic to me. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it, and I'm not getting her logic right now.
I showed our DMs where we were talking.
You read them verbatim, and I was like, "Don't stop." Like anytime I said like I was uncomfortable, and you push and push and push, and as soon as I say,
And it's because like again, like Trisha did say those things. But Ethan didn't have the tool to say like, okay, are you for real? Like, should I not read them? And Trisha didn't have the tool to say, absolutely do not read them. Like at that point, these are the conversations that should be still had in private. See how they're not having these conversations in private? They're having it on a podcast again. Because these conversations should sound different in private. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if there's really an issue with your friend, alleged friend, coworker, anything professional, you should be having them in private, not on stream.
say that to anyone. I noticed that with David too. As soon as you tell someone, "Oh, I'm uncomfortable," then they're like, "Well, you do this. You're the bitch." It's like, well, like what? That's what I was upset about.
But do you understand why I was upset? I wasn't actually upset. I was just like, wow, that seems like a low blow, what you did.
Okay, but it's perfectly fine that what you did then, exposing our personal stuff that I would never have said to anyone.
Oh, and once again, this is why I think morals matter. Trisha doesn't have morals because she does it if somebody else does it to her. And I don't think you should do it just because somebody did it to you. There are things I still keep private about people because it would be inappropriate to say out loud. Like, obviously, there are things you just don't say out loud almost ever, unless it absolutely warrants like a reason to do it, which is like probably going to be really rare. You know what I mean? Like, there are just some things you don't say out loud in public, and like you do it because it's your values, not because it doesn't matter if somebody like. She's all about retaliation. And this is a trauma response, in my opinion. People that believe in retaliation either are entitled to the retaliation or they feel like it's their only defense. Sometimes your best defense is just walking away. Sometimes your best defense is stating your opinion and moving on. But Trisha just like, well, you did it, so I can do it. That's not how that works.
Saying that I hit someone and left bruises on their arm. It wasn't public. That was never public. No one said anything about it.
Sorry, I'm not doing this to be cute. It literally just keeps getting in my eyes. I swear to
No
God.
one thinks you look cute.
It's fine. No,
he looks adorable.
I'm not trying to look cute. It's literally keeps, the hair is the worst part.
Anyways, I have a mask on, so I'm not crying.
Well, yeah, you know, I have a lot to apologize for sure.
You did apologize.
Yeah, I am sorry. I didn't like the way that the podcast ended. I felt really bad.
I mean, people said people were more on your side than my side on that one, saying that I shouldn't have gone for your family, but I'm not apologizing.
You don't apologize.
Damn, she's just, this Trisha is so fucked up. Like, that's what I mean. She, not in a bad way, good. She just doesn't know. This is like a person who doesn't know. She has no way to ground herself. Ethan does, though. Ethan is grounding. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't like it. I watched it back. I didn't like how I came off. And Trisha's just like, I'm not apologizing. It is what it is.
Apologize for anything?
No.
So what do I apologize for?
You don't have to apologize.
But I do apologize.
Okay, so what are you apologizing for? Why are you asking me what you're apologizing for? What are you apologizing for?
Well, so I mean, I guess I do need to go back and look, but if I was sharing private information that wasn't supposed to be public, then that's fucked up. I agree.
I don't think it's fucked up. I was like, if that's and that's how I thought.
See, she's like that. I didn't say, no, stop. Oh my God. She cannot decide what her values are. Listen to that again.
And I guess I do need to go back and look, but if I was sharing private information that wasn't supposed to be public, then that's fucked up. I agree.
I don't think it's fucked up. I was like, if that's
See, I don't think it's fucked up. Like, that's the thing. She's like, I think it's fucked up. It's not fucked up. This is a person who doesn't know what she wants out of the conversation. She doesn't actually have an idea of what's right or wrong. She just wants to feel validated, which isn't wrong. She's in her feelings. Everything I'm explaining right now is not to discount Trisha, but to say she doesn't have the ability to actually know what she wants it to be, which is a lot of people in their trauma, right? A lot of people don't know what. That's why I say values. Figure out your values, because before you figure out your values, you're not going to know why you're heading in a direction. Even I did this in my 20s, in my teens, I did not have a strict understanding of my values. So every time someone tried to fix something with me, I didn't know what direction to lead them in. But now that I formed my values, oh my God, the last 5 years of my life, healthy friendships, healthy relationships, great boundaries, so much better off, because when people come to me and we're in conflict, I can say, here's what I expect. If we can't provide it for one another, that's totally okay. We can go our own way. No hard feelings, because, well, first, I fundamentally believe we're animals on a planet, which means we're not obligated to stay friends with people in our life, because obviously that doesn't make any sense, and that includes your family. But for me, like, that's the problem I see, is like, if you don't have values, then how do you guide people in a direction to make peace, to come together, to actually move forward, right?
And that's how I thought. I'm like, that's our relationship and dynamic. I was like,
Maybe
but also people said it wasn't private. I don't know. I don't watch your other podcast, but I guess it wasn't private that you do pills or shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I may have talked about it before. I don't do pills, just to clarify.
I don't know. I have no idea.
See, it's like people who go like, oh, Brittany was addicted to weed. Smoking weed every day does not mean you're addicted to weed. And also, I haven't had weed since I came to Europe because it's illegal here and I follow the rules. It's like, Ethan didn't have a problem with pills. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like the categorization because it's unfair to everybody having the experience. So Trisha's going, I don't know. I don't know if you have a problem with pills. Ethan obviously didn't have a problem with pills. He had a problem with depression, which could lead to a problem with pills, but I don't think that would qualify his category of person. Like, this is why I don't like the miscategorization of like, oh, like you're addicted, you're this, you have a problem with this. It's like, is that accurate though? Like, is that true?
No idea. So
Yeah,
thank you for clarifying.
No, but I just want to make it sure, because you sound like I have an active addiction to
I
pills.
didn't make it sound anyways. He's again, that's you. I literally said,
No,
I don't
you just
know.
said because you do.
No, she absolutely did.
Because I just trying to clarify for the record, not trying to say you're trying to mislead. I just want the audience to know.
Oh my God. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh my God.
So maybe the difference is that that the whole you and Moses thing was more relevant, whereas the pill thing was like, I'm just going to use this as a weapon.
How is that relevant to what we're talking about?
Because there was like this whole.
Hold on, Chad says, I think he said at one point he was using pills a lot, but he's not in that place anymore. Right. But that doesn't mean you have a problem with pills. For me, I'm very particular with this categorization, and mostly because of the stigma, but also the misunderstanding. I think because as a weed user, as a weed smoker, lots of people make so many wrong assumptions about people who smoke weed or take weed. And I just want to make it clear, like, not all of us fall into some category of like, you're so dependent. You're so like, you have a problem. Like, yeah, it's like, I have a problem with food. I have a problem with pills. I have a problem. Like, what does that problem look like? It's a spectrum. Like if I was dating somebody and they're like, oh, I had a problem with pills. I'd be like, what does that mean? Does that mean you were stealing them from old people? Were you Nurse Jackie? I had a problem with pills? Or are you just saying like for 1 year when you were 15, you used them because you didn't know how to cope? Because like, these are very different relationships with I had a problem with pills, you know?
Conversation about you and Moses dating.
There's a ton of things public you could have gone for, and you went through the
I agree.
underage minor thing. No one knew about that. Talking about your fans, no one knew about that. Fan, by the way, is a psychopath.
No.
She fucking comes for me.
Wait, hold on.
So
We found out about that because it was a DM that was posted on Instagram, and then I went and asked you.
I sent you it.
I'm pretty sure I saw it on Instagram.
I'm pretty sure you didn't. I remember that day specifically.
You kept saying that. Well, anyway, whatever. We don't need to argue about that.
Of course not, because like whenever you're in the wrong, then you're like, oh, let's get past it.
Oh my God, bro.
Anyways, I'm here so we can just continue. I don't apologize. If you make jokes about the way I look, I can make jokes about your family and what you do. And so I don't want to apologize either.
Whoa. You said if I make jokes about the way you look.
Or my family, or like you said Moses shouldn't be with me, shouldn't have kids with me. If you can like joke about that, I
didn't
can
say
joke about
shouldn't be
your
with you.
dysfunctional
I never
family.
said shouldn't be with you. I think you guys are great. Are making a really good couple.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I've always said. I mean, I haven't always said that, but recently, the past like month, I've totally co-signed your guys'. By the way, it was never that I was against you guys. It was just there was always like this information that was like we never knew what was going on, and we were like, "What the hell's going on?" You know.
Cool.
But I'm not against you guys.
Okay.
Well, I think it's probably better to say that in the beginning when we didn't know you and you were a stranger and you were that crazy girl from David Dobrik's group coming into our life, we were unsure if you would be safe moving into our family. Right? Chad says he said he wouldn't trust her with his kids. Yeah, but I don't trust my own siblings with my kids. Why do we say that like it's a big deal? You guys need to get over it. I don't trust my parents with my kids. They'll probably teach them something homophobic. I trust my parents with my kids in an emergency, but I'm not going to let them watch. I'm not going to let any of you fuckers watch my kids. Like with peace and love, I'm not going to let homophobes babysit my kids if they're going to indoctrinate them with homophobia. Like with peace and love, like saying you don't trust someone with your kids should be the basic start we all begin with. Stop trusting people with your kids. That's why your kids are all getting molested, because you keep thinking people can be trusted. People can't be trusted, okay? People need to be vetted, even people related to you. I'm sick of everybody trusting people with their kids, okay? I'm just saying. But I think it would be better for Ethan to say, in the beginning, we were unsure of you in terms of entering our family and being with Moses because of your reputation. And then she'd probably say, what reputation? I don't even have a reputation. That reputation's not even mine. You know, all of this stuff. That's the problem with Trisha. Is she can't own the fact that she has a reputation. She has a reputation and she won't own it. It's annoying.
You think I'm against you guys?
No.
Okay, good.
She's
Thank
not
you for the
engaging.
apology. I'm glad to be here. I love our show.
Yeah, me too. I do.
It's a great time.
I don't know what.
For me, that's like a really fake voice.
Okay, you want to move past this, or do you want to dwell on it longer?
See, that alone, that tone sounded very you want to move past this, or should we dwell on this some more?
Is there anything else you want to say?
If I'm dwelling on it,
I'm dwelling on it. I'm dwelling on it. Is there anything else you want to say?
So maybe ask yourself that question. Should we move past this, or do you want to dwell on it some more?
See, like he keeps taking the responsibility and she won't take any of it. So he's the one walking on eggshells. He's the one who having to do the emotional labor. See how Trisha's doing zero emotional labor and Ethan's doing the emotional labor right now? Like she's trying to keep herself in check, which is good, but she keeps twisting it on him and he's the one who has to be responsible now, which is unethical. Like she should be making the effort to be self-aware, but she's not.
Let me think about that. I think we're pretty much past it. I think we're past it.
Love it. For the record, it was not staged. I really don't care for Ethan that much. I think he's a decent human being and a good
Oh my God, see how she's doing it again? Wow.
father, but I don't really care
Thank
for
you
him
for
as a
saying
person. So
That's okay.
Oh. God, trauma is so real. She's not a bad person, but she's, she's just, like this is why trauma is so hard. I think I would love to see this Trisha now review Frenemies and see what she could hold herself accountable for. That would be great. You know, I think it's hard though, because, you know, you don't want to bring all that energy back towards you, right? That's so difficult to bring all that energy back towards you. And that can be really stressful. But I would love to see today Trisha review this and try to figure it out. Guys says, is it unethical to not be self-aware? Yeah, I think so. I would argue. So ethics revolve around society and people. So right now, Trisha's lack of self-awareness is impacting a multitude of people, and I would argue her community. You know, morals would be her own particular set of boundaries and ethics she's adhering to. But ethics revolve around society. I think it is unethical on some level to be stupid. I do. I would make that argument that human beings engage in an unethical sense of existing by consistently allowing their ignorance to perpetuate homophobia, transphobia, racism, bigotry, you know, trauma cycles. Like, I do think it's ultimately unethical for us to not get better, but I also think that's a subjective perspective. Like, I subjectively believe it is unethical for humans not to attempt to get better. Yeah.
It's crazy that people think it was staged, though. That's ridiculous. There's a lot of people that think that it was staged. I didn't see anything like that.
And not only, she needs to be self-aware plus introspective, because BoJack Horseman, very self-aware, not in the least introspective. So you need to be self-aware, call it out, and introspective, do something about it. Like, you got to be able to call it out, name it for what it is, and then actually change over time.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's like a ton. I watch like some drama channels about it.
They're like tea channels or drama channels?
Both.
Tea and
drama.
I gotta follow the tea and drama channels.
People really come for me on those, but that's fine. Whatever. I don't care. I try not to watch them like too much. I watch them and then I'm in a bad mood. Like I was in a bad mood this morning. I was just like sitting here in my like Riddler outfit and I was just like waiting
That's
3
not gonna
hours.
be
I guess I'll just
helpful.
watch some drama videos about us.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I always avoid videos about me because even when it always.
Which I'm kind of glad about. I hope Ethan and Trisha don't watch this. I hope they know that, you know, like, I don't watch the videos about me because they're just so wrong, first of all. But really, like, you know, I'm not saying that I'm so wrong about Ethan and Trisha, but I'm using this to have an example, like, of our own life. But I don't need this to be about Ethan and Trisha. I hope they don't watch this, you know, because it's really not about them, but we are using them to have the conversation. But yeah, I don't watch videos about myself too. It's because they're just so wrong, and it can feel it just feels very gross when people are like obsessed with you and they're making content about you. But even if there's just a regular content creator, it depends, I think. If a really level-headed, like if Rachel Oates, is that her name? Rachel Oates? Why does that sound like a cereal? Is that her name? If like somebody really grounded, wisecracker, somebody made a video about me, I would watch it because they're very grounded people. But if like a T channel made a video about me, I probably wouldn't watch it because like T channels are not grounded, right? So I think Ethan and Trisha, like, I hope they're doing better not watching stuff about themselves, honestly.
It feels bad.
Yeah, no one really likes me. Actually, no, actually some of the drama channels were on my side because now everyone really hates Glam and Gore. She's public enemy number 1.
Oh,
so.
I gotta follow what happened with that. So Glam and Gore is Anthony Padilla's girlfriend, right?
Yeah, we talked about.
No, but like, what was the fallout of our conversation? Is she getting slammed on?
Yeah, I just saw one by this guy named Marky. He makes like a video about me every day, and he is just like,
Whoa.
I agree with Trisha Paytas on
Every
this.
day.
I get so excited.
And people take his side.
I like you said. I think he's just like they saw my excitement when I was about to talk about Mikey, and they're like, oh, she's just excited, like she's not getting canceled. That someone's more hated than her at the moment,
Yeah,
which is true.
which is kind of a thrill.
It's a thrill.
Because I'm used to getting canceled too, and it's
Right.
just, like, if you can just not get canceled for like a month and everyone else is getting canceled, you're like, this is the best month of my life.
It's amazing, especially when like the goody ones get canceled, and you're like, finally.
That is fire.
Because everybody's fucked up. It's just for some reason, I don't know. I'm the one that gets the brunt of it. It's like
Because you're honest and open. That's why.
yeah, well, more people should. Like that's just the way it is. I did get fallout though. I did get text messages from people who are.
I think the dilemma with the Trishas though is like some of us just aren't that fucked up. Like everyone's fucked up, but not everyone's like as fucked up. Everyone's fucked up on a spectrum, but not even like if you take one addict and you meet another addict, those are two different people. It's not a monolithic experience. I think sometimes really fucked up people think everyone's fucked up, but like everyone's fucked up on a spectrum. Okay, no two people with an addiction have the same experience. No two people doing anything have like, we have overlaps, but all of us have our own unique stories, you know?
I get lots of text messages about people who are angry with me about this show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the text.
No. I was like genuinely scared on Saturday night. Moses was like, just stop talking about them on the podcast again. I was like, okay, I won't talk about them
Was it
anymore.
Jeffrey?
I got one from Jeffrey, but he wasn't mean. He wasn't scary. The other one was a little more threatening.
Well, you were just like, he unfollowed me. Did he follow you back on Twitter?
No.
Oh, fuck.
He just said like, and like, yeah. No, he's just like, I wish he would have, because he has tried to apologize and reach out, and I haven't reached out to him.
Oh.
And so he's just like, I wish he would call me rather than talk about me on a podcast. So here I am talking about it on the podcast. And then
Well, you're not saying.
You know what? I will say this, Chad, great question. How does someone emotionally prepare themselves when interacting with a Trisha? Better, I'm going to rewrite your question. How does someone interact with a grown adult who isn't self-aware or introspective enough to build a cohesive, grounded relationship with you to move things forward? You're open with boundaries, regardless if you're bipolar, BPD, schizophrenic, a boy, girl, Muslim, Catholic, vegetarian, vegan, whatever you are. If you're a grown ass adult who cannot figure out a way to ground themselves in order to have a cohesive, rational, healthy conversation to move things forward, welcome. You're one in a billion people in humanity. No, you're one of many billions of people who are similar. But two, you have to be open with boundaries. Why are you interacting with them? Do you have to interact with them? What's the obligation? Are they your boss? Because if they're your boss, then you got to see them at work. You got to figure it out, right? If your family is doing it, don't go home for the holidays, girls. If your boyfriend is doing it, time to break up if they don't get therapy. If your wife is doing it, you better go to counseling and look for a divorce if they're not going to get better. Okay? At the end of the day, none of these situations are situations where people cannot get better. Everyone can get better. Generally speaking, in these types of categories, Trisha has every reason to get better, and whether or not she does it is simply on her. And that includes having open with boundaries. Okay? And so that's what you do to prepare to deal with anybody in the world. You rely on yourself, your values, your limitations. What is the relationship I want with this person? How do I, figure out this social situation? And sometimes it could take you months to figure it out, maybe years, depending on who the person is. But it's not like Trisha category BPD. It's Trisha category of adult who won't be self-aware or introspective enough to make peace. Because why are we arguing right now?
Anything mean?
Yeah, I never really said anything mean.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't.
But what's your beat? Why are you dressed like Jeffrey? I don't get, because every
Oh.
week you've had a correlation. This week I feel like is a little just off out of nowhere.
So,
I love it.
I shaved the eyebrows for Uncle Fester last week.
Which
And
was a
then-
hit.
which was a
Everyone
hit.
said like
Was
you
so
look
good.
exactly
I know.
like him.
I want to be Uncle Fester forever.
It kind of made me sad that I walked out on that episode because like it was such a cute like Halloween look, and I was like, I hated that we were being so serious. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we're dressed in Halloween like I can't be mean as like Jim Carrey as the Riddler. You know what I mean?
But you know what? It made the whole argument so much funnier.
Just like being so serious.
Yeah,
like
as Uncle Fester was great.
Yeah, I was okay.
So I think it's great. Like the James Charles when we were beefing a little bit, and it's just so funny because I look like such a ding dong.
Yeah, I think that's like the thing. Okay, so now
So
yeah.
I shaved my eyebrows off, and then I forget who, but someone was like, "You should be Jeffree Star. He doesn't have eyebrows." And I was like, "Oh, that's." I like the ones that are the most extreme, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with Jeffree, it's like the hands, the contact lenses, the wig, everything. So it's like the most extreme look because I want to transform as much as possible.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
So you have, because after this you just take it off. You have no intention to like wear it out. Like I'm gonna go to McDonald's, do a TikTok. Like I'm gonna do my OnlyFans.
You
in
gonna go to
this.
McDonald's?
Yeah, like I like to do like I make the most out of my glam.
What are you gonna do? Like a mukbang at McDonald's as a Riddler?
Yeah, well, there's a McDonald's TikTok.
That is so impressive to me. The amount of spoons I could never. Like that's the thing that's so cool as a content creator is like she's right. That's the best way to do it. Go make a TikTok, go make an OnlyFans, go do everything. But the spoons, you have to stay in costume in that like glam for like 15, 20 hours just to get the most out of it. Ugh, exhausting. But hey,
I want
worth
to
it.
do. This like guy I follow, shout out Brian Boy. He only has like I think he just hit 1 million followers. He does these like rich people things, and so he'll be like, oh, I went to McDonald's and eat like poor people food, and so I'm gonna just use this audio because I thought it was like, well, one, I love McDonald's, but also I mean it's like poor people food, which I like love. Like I'm like trashy. Like
know
I come here and I feel really.
I love
trashy.
everybody loves McDonald's. That's the thing. Warren Buffett eats McDonald's every day. That's the kind of the beauty of it. It's like you have this great difference in. I'm not doing this. I swear to God, I'm not doing this to be funny.
You love it.
It's in my face. That's
It doesn't. It looks natural for you. Like it doesn't look like you're trying. Like that makes sense. I love it. Whenever I come here, like I was getting dressed in your bathroom, and I always feel like literally so trashy because like your bathroom is so bougie. Like me and Angel, the guy, our hairstylist, we're just like
one,
went in there.
upstairs?
Yeah, he's just like so fancy. We didn't know what button to push to like get the lights on. We're like, oh my god, there's so many buttons. You don't know what to flush, what to put the lights on.
Oh yeah,
There's
because
so
we have
much.
the Toto, the bidet.
Oh my god, you guys are so fancy.
You know what's gross? I use that bidet a lot. I poop there a lot because I work right there. I know it's disgusting.
I see it on
I'm sorry.
TikTok.
My poop?
Yeah, you're always on the toilet.
Anyway, there's a drying feature on it. Did I smudge my lipstick?
Smush? No, it's good. Don't touch it anymore.
It's
not,
hard.
It's
I don't know how to itch.
Ew.
It's the hardest thing is not being able to itch. Anyway, I was blow drying my ass there. And the gross thing is because it's a public toilet and a lot of people shit there, you can smell other people's ass when you blow dry.
Oh, you blow dry on the toilet? There's a dryer on the
Yeah,
toilet.
there's a dryer on the
See,
toilet.
that's why I don't do that shit. That's nasty. Like bidets and stuff. It's like it's cleaning everyone's ass with that water. So it's probably just recycling ass water.
No, it doesn't recycle the ass
I
water.
feel like it
just
does.
takes it straight from like the sink water. It's like sink water.
I always squat when I come here anyways.
You don't touch my toilet seat?
No.
That's funny.
Does Hila hate me? Everyone always like,
No.
I hope Hila doesn't watch these. I don't think she does. She's always really nice to me, but then I wonder, I'm like, oh, does she? Like,
No, not at all. People were, I think when I was reading the comments, people were like overly harsh, thinking like how like Trisha owes him an apology and she needs to
I'm not
apologize.
apologizing.
No, but
Like,
I wasn't offended by anything you said either. It's funny, we both got pissed off over the same thing.
what were you pissed? What was your annoyance?
The thing where you said that I have a pill addiction.
That pissed you off?
It didn't piss me off. I was just like, that's fucked up that she said that.
Oh, well, I'm glad because that's exactly what you did to me when with the first episode of H3 when I'm like, I don't want to show you, like, I don't want to do this. And then like, no, show it. I'm like, you have to edit that out. You're like, no, I'm not going to edit that out. Like, it's the same
Can
thing.
I add some context to the earnings thing too? Because we were debating if you made
I don't know if I believe her. That's the problem. Is like, even though she's saying stuff like, oh, I asked you to edit out and you didn't edit it out, I just don't believe her. Because she is the boy who cried wolf a lot of the time. I'm going to be real with you. I don't believe 99% of Trisha's stories. I don't. I've never really believed any of Trisha's stories. I believe some of them are true, but a lot of them are not as true as she says they are. But I think they're like half true. Because the dilemma is like, if she's willing to mischaracterize this situation so badly, then what else is she mischaracterizing? But then that's the thing that I'm trying to aim for is like, why are we miscategorizing this so badly? Like, why are we not understanding what's happening? Why are we like, so it's kind of hard for me too to believe anything she says to an extent, or the way she uses language is to be hyperbolic. When she like, remember that podcast she was on? She was like, oh my God, I was like kidnapped. You weren't like kidnapped. But then I can understand from her perspective why that might be the word she uses. But then my brain can't comprehend like she uses like these words that just, you know what I mean? Or like even in this series, like later in this series, she'll accuse Ethan of like sexually harassing her or like assaulting her, which is not true. So like you know what I mean? Like she exaggerates everything in a way that like gives me a headache. And so that's why I can't trust her as a narrator. But that doesn't mean that Trisha's been traumatized. We're here. Right? Like some part of Trisha's life is true because she wouldn't be this person unless something fucked up happened. So something is true. The question is which story is true.
made money on that.
Yeah, but I said, don't say it. And then you're like, you made $8,000. I'm like, please edit that out. Please edit that out.
I should have not. You're right. First of all, you were afraid your channel was going to get banned and it didn't.
But I asked you not to. I said I was uncomfortable to stop it. Like, I mean, it was clear.
But you're right in that I didn't have to say the amount. I could have just said, wow, you did make money on this video.
Right. So I'm glad that you could feel it. A little bit of pain. Honestly, I'm not.
See, I'm glad you can feel the pain I'm in. This is why I think it is so dangerous to be a person always seeking revenge. Because like that's the category it puts you in. I'm glad you hurt the way that I hurt. I hope you feel the pain that I feel. What is wrong with you? That's how I know you're still in your trauma. What healthy person wishes pain upon other people? What regulated person is like, that's your conclusion?
I'm bitter like that. I'm a petty bitch where I'm like, if you're going to make me feel pain, I'm going to make you feel that same pain. Like,
Yeah, that's why we love
it.
you. No, I'm fine. I'm over it. I just wanted us to understand each other. That's all.
Yeah, I understand you. Like, I feel like we're like the same person. That's why I know you're broken and beaten down, and I feel sorry for you.
I'm not.
I can't believe Ethan put up with this. I'm going to be honest. If anyone talked to me that way, I would never talk to them again. You can't talk to me that way. You can't talk to me that way. Talk about not being seen, bro.
Not broken and beaten down.
But so am
Should I throw my hair back behind my shoulders, or does that look worse?
It looks good like that.
You do like it? Okay. How does Jeff?
And by the way, if this is like an inner circle person who's having this like emotionality towards me, I would say, hey, I love you, bro. Sounds like we'll hang out later. And probably not reach out to them for a very long time. Right? Like, I'm not mad when people who aren't regulated, like, are like, we need space, obviously. Right? But he's like ignoring it in the way that we've all had to do with family members or other people, where we pretend like they're kind of not even saying what they're saying. Because if we engage with them, they're going to get mad and escalate. So we kind of like walk on eggshells. This is the thing where I say open with boundaries. I love you and everything, but you're kind of like, you're not dangerous in a serial killer way, but like you're mentally dangerous. Because everything I do is under a microscope, but everything you do is within reason because you get to retaliate. That's what Trisha's saying, which is interesting.
Everywhere. Is it like that or is it down?
It's like that.
Yeah, I think he wears it like that.
And what's with the Gucci tracksuit? You had that or what? You got it for just this costume?
I bought this like a few years ago because we made this Vape Nation video, like a Vape Nation. And we made this vape where we made like this huge vape with 150 batteries to promo a movie, and they bought me this suit and
This
part of the
Gucci?
and part of the budget, so I have it. And I was like, oh, and that was another reason why I was like, oh, I should do Jeffrey because I have this full body Gucci.
Yeah,
suit.
and your ass looks fat in it.
Thank you very much, fat ass.
It looks really good. Like you have a weirdly good butt for your body.
I know that.
That's okay. Funny compliment. Chad says, I'm glad you called the inner circle difference because I love someone like Trisha, maybe 2 people. I love people like Trisha too, girls. Trust me. It's hard to hear such condemnation of them, but that's just because I feel defensive of them. You're ultimately right that this kind of behavior is unacceptable. I tell you this right now. I would go to war for my Trisha. Okay? I would go to war for my Trisha. And at the same time, values over loyalty. So if my Trisha ever put me in a situation where they did something so horrible that I would have to be against them, that's not my fault. That's their decision to do something horrible. And that's why values over loyalty matters. But also they are people that I love. I'll visit them in prison. If my Trisha shot up a school, I would visit them in prison, but I would still call the cops. If my that's what I'm trying to say. Ultimately, regardless of how much we love the people in our lives, you don't get to do bad things because I love you. And that's the thing that people don't understand, where they're like, but that's your friend. You have to bury a body for your friend. I'm not burying a body for any of you whores, okay? Whores in the hyperbolic sense. I'm not burying a body for any of you. I don't care how much I love you. That doesn't mean I don't root for you. It doesn't mean I don't want you to get better. It doesn't mean that I don't, all these things, you know? I want you to get better. I love you. But I am not going to hide your crimes. I have a Trisha in my life. I have people in my life who get so mad at me, bro. When I call them and I'm like, hey, bro, you're doing something pretty fucked up and we have to talk about it. And they go off and they're like, I don't have to talk to you. Fuck you. I'm not talking to you. Okay, I love you. But I can't just hang out and pretend everything's normal when I know you're fucking up. And in a real way. At the expense of other people. So for, all those people that don't understand my value system, it's got to be about harm reduction. And if my own goddamn family member is causing so much goddamn harm, then it's my obligation to harm reduce by calling them out. It is not my job to cover up for them, to act like it didn't happen. But obviously, I want the right amount of, accountability to occur. I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in mob justice. So obviously, the way I'm protective of my family is knowing that I want to hold them accountable, but I don't want the world to hold them accountable because the world doesn't know them. But I want the values to hold them accountable. I want to make sure that if they do something, they don't get hung in the streets. Nobody should be hung in the streets, but I think that they should be held accountable. There's a way to hold people accountable without punishing people. I don't want anybody punished. And I think the world is too eager to punish. Look at Trisha right now. I'm a petty bitch like that. I'm bitter like that. If you go for me, I'm going to go for you. And that's what's wrong with the world. It is so eager to be violent as a means of solution.
About me.
Really? I wonder why.
I have a dump truck.
Wait, what?
I do. I have a dump truck. My ass.
Oh, your ass. Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know why. I have really thick thighs and an ass.
Yeah.
I store a lot of my fat in my thighs and ass.
You're bottom heavy.
I am. You bet your
Same.
ass I'm bottom heavy.
I'm a bottom heavy bitch too.
What
We
were
should get
what
sponsored
What
by them.
what size were you boobs before you got a boob job?
Oh, I had big boobs, 36 D, double D.
So it's about the same size, or just a little more?
36.
fake
No,
looking?
I'm 36 double G. I can bring my bras in. I think I have a double G and a triple G.
So wait, it's bigger than it was?
Yeah, I'm trying to get them done again in November, but I don't know if it's gonna happen because we're trying to get a house. So,
How expensive are boobs?
well, I gotta get the lipo. I'm gonna get everything. The boobs are 20,000. The lipo's
Oh,
like
shit.
10,000. I want to get my lip done. I want to get my lip turned up a little bit.
So how much is that total going to cost
Like
you?
55,000.
Damn, that's pricey.
I know.
I guess that's what you could probably do it cheaper for a shitty plastic surgeon, right?
Yeah, but then I'll probably look even
Yeah,
worse.
you don't want to fuck with plastic surgery.
Yeah.
That's not something you want to go cheapo on.
No, not
Dollar
really.
store.
I'm not about that life. Oh my god, can I just make one other suggestion for the show
Sure.
to amplify it?
Yeah.
I was just looking at our set, and I feel like how you want a car like mine but in black. I thought that you should just do it
You think I should get it?
because I have a pink one and you have a
Dude,
black one.
I've been wanting that car so bad.
It's
Oh my
a Rolls Royce
God.
Cullinan, and I have a pink one. You can have a black one.
So how can we use that in the show?
Look at our set. It would be like a set. It'd be a good promo pick.
We'll just have to cruise around in our cars all day.
Yeah.
Don't give me a reason because I want that car.
I feel like we should. And I had a dream about it
Can't
last
say
night.
no. Oh, well, I've been looking at the Bentley SUV.
No.
You think I need the Rollsies?
Yeah. You definitely. And then we had
No, you have both. The Rolls is
You know what's ironic? Sorry, Chet just made such a good point. You said the world doesn't know them. So true. And the consequence for that behavior is so extreme. Exactly. So here's the irony. Do you know why the world is so afraid of being held accountable? Because the way they hold others accountable is to the most extreme. And so they're afraid of handling their own consequences. Why are conservatives so afraid of progressives? Because they're afraid progressives are going to do to them what they've done to us. And I'm saying, well, what if we just like stop doing that to each other? Stop punishing each other. Stop lashing out. Stop going to the extremes. Everybody just calm down. Or they're like, no, because they don't believe it. Right? Half the reason people justify genocide is because, well, they're going to genocide us first if we don't genocide them first. I'm like, do you guys hear yourselves? You're all arguing about who's going to genocide who first. So you have to genocide them. I'm so sick. Like, humans are so violent. We need to meditate and you need to let go of that desire for violence. I wish violence on no one. I have no enemies. I have only the desire to see people heal. Everybody get better. That's it. So until we stop normalizing, like, we have to stop normalizing bitterness and anger and revenge. But like, this isn't going to happen overnight. And it starts with us.
This is way nicer, you think?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It drives way nicer.
Yeah,
Because
Bentleys
I'm
are
all about the
trash.
drive.
I hate my Bentley. I was gonna trade in from
Really?
McLaren, but I don't have the space for it right now.
You don't like the Bentley at all?
Yeah, it's kind of trash.
What's trash about it?
It just feels like a toy,
Oh,
and it feels like fake. It feels like a Mercedes or something, like a BMW.
garbage cars. Pleb fucking peasant cars.
I just like to spend my money on my cars.
So the Rolls Royce, Moses, you've driven both. The Rolls Royce has a, oh, because it's like a tank. That thing is massive,
Yeah.
bro. That I like a car where you're like, if we have a collision, your whole family's gonna die, and I'll be totally.
Oh,
fine.
geez, no. I'd rather die than kill somebody.
Well, it's not your fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying.
If
there's
it
a collision,
happens.
and then their whole family will perish in hellfire.
Oh my god.
And you will be totally unscathed. But I just got 2 new leases. Like, we have 2 cars, and
Yeah.
we just got both of them kind of recently. So I feel like a fucking idiot
You
getting
can
a third
trade them
car.
in. Oh no, get a third. Yeah, get a new one. You're bouge.
Yeah, but it's such a waste. Like, the car you have is like $500,000.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's
a
worth
lot.
it. It's worth it.
So if we have a good idea, I'll get it for like.
This is
video.
a good idea. We're pink and black. That's our theme.
But we need more.
I also think, that color block hoodie you gave me, I also think you should make a pink and black one. So it's for like, so we can wear it on the show and look cute.
Oh,
you
that's a
know?
really good idea.
Like pink on
Frenemies
one
merch?
side. Yeah. Can I get a cut of that?
Sure.
People, by the way, always say, oh, Trisha's greedy. Yeah, I fucking am greedy. Why do you think I do this shit? I'm not here to just because I want to hang out with Ethan all day. I'm
Well,
like,
obviously.
yeah. I mean, that's why I'm like back. Like, this is my best income thing on YouTube in like 5 years. I was like, okay, I'll stick with this, I guess.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, for a while. See how long it lasts.
Damn, come on. Why you gotta fucking hate, dude? I'm trying to be cool.
Should we hate on somebody? How about Austin McBroom? Are we gonna talk about that or no? Is that like
Who's
later on in
that?
the show?
I'll hate on
Ace
anybody.
Family. Who's that?
Oh, the Ace Family. I didn't know his name. Yeah, the video. So they made a video where you remember the girl who like spit on her dog? She accidentally uploaded that video. It reminded me of that.
yeah.
This one girl had this vlog. It was all about her dogs and how she loved her dogs. And she accidentally uploaded a video of her like punching her dog in the
Yeah.
face and spitting on it.
She like literally like punched him, like tried to get him out of the shot because he accidentally walked in the shot. Is that what
He
you're
was
talking about?
yeah, he was a young puppy and he was just playing and having fun.
Yeah, she like punched him and knocked him out.
And,
I mean,
and she accidentally uploaded it onto YouTube, which is like the greatest cell phone ever. And this reminded me of that.
I don't know if it's quite. that
It's not.
extreme.
No, it's not. But it just
But,
reminded me of that.
Yeah, and then she, the wife, I guess, tweeted like, "Hey guys, like no one's perfect, like everything's cool, love you, at." And then she mentioned her husband, "Love you, at," which I noticed you do a lot with Ela. You guys mentioning each other, which I think is like funny.
It's fun.
Is it?
Like yeah, it is. Like I like adding her with like really obscene, like weird photos.
Mm.
Like there was a photo of like a girl with a tube up her ass, and then like it went in an attachment in the gas mask over the dude's face. And so I was like, hey, you want to do this?
No.
Stuff like that. I like.
And yet you unfollow me on Twitter because I show.
Because you show your
badge.
yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that's a natural human thing. By the way,
Okay, Trisha's so funny. Like, doesn't she understand? Like, not everybody wants to see her coochie. Hey guys, how many of you are subscribed to my OnlyFans? Like, I know so many of my YouTube followers don't necessarily want to follow me on OnlyFans because like not everybody wants to see your coochie, and you will see my coochie there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so respectable and reasonable. Not everybody wants to see everybody's coochie, Trisha. It's like that's what Trisha doesn't get is like we're not judging you for showing your coochie. We're just saying not everybody needs to see it. That's not the relationship we want to have with you.
wait, can I just plug? I did a 3-minute squirt video on my onlytrish.com.
Whoa.
Check it out. It's slow motion too.
Whoa.
Okay, we can continue. I
Wait,
just wanted that
so wait.
quick promo.
See, chat says love you, but no thank you. Exactly, chat. We should have boundaries. You don't need to see it just because it's out there. You know what I mean? Trisha just doesn't get it, girl.
Tell me about the squirting.
Thanks for the promo
you
last
s-
time, by the way. OnlyFans, I got 3,000 new followers.
Are you
Whoa.
serious?
Yeah, so I
Whoa.
appreciate
So
it.
what the fuck? What are you complaining
That's a
about?
lot.
Keep it, I guess.
Thank you. And when I want to cut it only Trish.
Oh my
I'll do
God.
the Frenemies merch cut, and then we'll call it even.
3,000 new followers.
Mhm.
Are you still in like the top 0.1%?
Oh, I'm always at 0.01%. I haven't left since March.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah, so I stepped up my game.
How do you squirt for 3 minutes? Tell me about that.
Well, we did it in slow mo, so I was actually
Oh.
probably a minute, but it was sick. I showed it to everybody. I showed my hairstylist, my makeup artist. I was
You're
so
just
proud of it.
It's like a beautiful.
I'm
bizarre.
so proud of it. Please go onlytruth.com. It's so cool. Like it's crazy what your body does because anyone who sees it can see. It's not pee. Everyone's like, it's pee. It's not. It comes out a different hole, and it's like literally when you like, it's like white. It feels amazing.
Have you
It
been
looks
squirted on,
amazing.
Moses?
He's definitely in the splash zone every time.
He said no.
He's such
Be
a liar.
honest.
No, nothing said.
Oh no. Yeah, but when you film it, yeah. But he's saying, have you been squirted?
Oh, that's yeah. Do you
Oh.
you don't like getting squirted on, Moses?
No, he wants
He's
it.
down to try it.
He wants it, but I gotta save it for the camera.
Because
'cause it's
he
so
was
much.
like, I was like, Moses, have you squirted on? He's like, he's waiting for it.
No, but then I have to like save it for the camera. Like we'll have sex
You
after
can run out of squirt juice.
for sure. Yeah, like you can't come multiple times in a day.
Yeah, but what is squirt juice?
Oh my god, this conversation. Brittany, where do you get your lingerie? Trying to build my burlesque closet? Everywhere. I get it locally. I get it from random things I see on Instagram. I collect it over lots of time. So if I just find a piece I like, I keep it. I take care of it. I have like special bags I wash it in. I just basically collect it everywhere. I've gotten some on Amazon. You know, I just collect everything I can get, though I am trying to not buy anything from Amazon, which is going actually very easily well. It's very easy not to spend money on Amazon in Europe. But yeah, you just, Chat Great Point says, I'm curious as an artist, and photographer, because you mentioned your OF is art, but I like the relationship I have with this channel and it feels like crossing a line almost. I don't know why, but it does. Yeah, it does. It can. That's why I think it's important to recognize, like, how do you want to consume people? I think because I'm a streamer and I'm here so often, it feels like we are maybe a little closer than if I never streamed and I never talked to chat. I never had a relationship with chat. Maybe it would feel easier to consume me as like a product. Like, but when you're always available, it's different. Like, I'm pretty sure most of Trisha's viewers aren't on her OnlyFans, right? I'm almost positive the girls who watch Trisha day in and day out are probably not on her OF. It feels like a very specific thing. So I feel like the people who are on my OF are a very particular group of people, right? Than the people that are here, the people that are on my Instagram, the people that are, that's why, on social media, the cool thing about being a content creator is like people can follow you just for your Instagram and not for your YouTube, right? Like some people can just be on your Patreon, but never watch your videos. I can't tell you how many callers I've had over the years who never watched my content. They just liked the calls. Like how many people join the Discord, but like are never there. They just like to support. Like everybody is different. Like everybody is having a different relationship with expression, but I have always been pro nudity. I've always been pro nude art. I've done nude parades. Like not being naked just seems like that I've been naked since I could be, like it just doesn't make sense not to be naked, but also it's not for everybody and that's okay.
Juice. Why can't no one tell me what squirt juice is?
What do you mean?
Okay, it's not pee. So
Yeah.
what is it? You
It's
don't
like
have testicles. You don't have
ejaculation.
testicles.
Yeah, but it's in your body, so when it's like pressurized, it does not come out as
Where
pee. I've
does it
peed.
come from?
I've done that on accident.
What organ provides squirt juice?
Oh, let me like figure that out real quick.
I'm just telling you the science behind squirt juice is dubious.
Why is there squirt juice in your bowl?
Also, everyone is different with family. Chet says it's kind of awkward that he asks those questions up to his brother-in-law. I don't know. My siblings and I are pretty open about sex, and my friends and I are really open about sex. So we openly talk about stuff. I think all my friends and I are very open with sex. So I don't know. Some people it's weird. Some people it's not. I'd be so much more open with my parents about sex if they were open with it, but they're just not that open. They're very private people. So I don't know. With like siblings and people that you think are as peers, within reason, of course, like, there's limitations to how we maybe talk about it, but I'm pretty open with my friends about stuff like that. Though there is a limitation about privacy that comes into consideration. But that's dependent on who I'm talking to.
Like, why is it
Because I have
anywhere?
testicles that
But
make
why in the testicles? What makes the juice in the testicles?
the testicles produce semen
Why?
to impregnate women with it.
How did that go, by the way? Did you get it in?
Yes, I was able to insert my penis. Thank you.
Did you think get pregnant this time?
I hope so. We've been making good efforts.
I was hoping I didn't like stress you guys out
No,
on
it's fine. No,
ovulation weekend. Someone said one comment said that. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Everyone's
Then I'm
got
like
it.
trying to throw off
Yeah,
the
thanks, dude.
Anyways, I was happy for you guys. You guys didn't seem that thrilled about it. I'm like, how was your weekend? You're like, you both
Oh.
like, good.
Because I'll tell you why. Me and Hila took like a weekend off to go. We dropped the dogs and the kids off with their grandparents, my parents, and we went down to Santa Monica. We got like a beach suite, and it was really expensive, So I was kind of having like a high expectation.
What's expensive?
$1,600 a night.
1,600?
What?
Jesus, really?
Holy
That's expensive,
shit.
right?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
very expensive.
That is
it's by
so
far the most I ever
expensive.
spent on a hotel
$1,600 a night. Woo!
room. And so it's right on the beach. Like the location's great. But
I'm
you
expecting a fucking. I have high expectations.
walk in. It's supposed to be a suite, and it's okay. It's not the biggest room, but the thing is, it's supposed to have this beautiful beach view. It's on the 6th floor, and the top of a palm tree is covering the entire fucking window. Like you literally can't see out the window.
That's fucking crazy. Did you tell them? Were you like, where's our
I
beach
would've told
view?
them.
No, I bitched out.
No, I
I
would've
meant
told
to tell them
them.
on the way out, but I never did.
Oh my God, you card revoke.
That's crazy. I would have been like, with peace and love, there is literally a tree blocking my $1,600 view. Absolutely not.
My card revoked. Which card?
Jew card.
Oh, my Jew card
my God,
revoked.
stop.
Thank you. Finally, I've been trying to get that revoked.
But that's some bullshit. Say the hotel. What the fuck?
It was the
Casa Del Mar.
yeah, it was Costa Del Mar.
I knew it. My ex-boyfriend
And-
got married there, so it's a trash hotel because they're trashy people.
Well, you know what? I was like, I'm always disappointed by hotels. I feel like, and the room service wasn't that good. The food wasn't that good.
Really?
And then we went to walk around the beach, and there's so many people.
Here's what I'll tell you about OF, guys, if you're really serious about it. Being known as a sex worker is very different than being known as like a burlesque dancer. Though there are people who think it's the same, branding wise, it's not. Is Dita Von Teese on OnlyFans? So if you want to be branded a particular way, do not engage with anything that puts you in the sex worker category if you are not prepared for the societal backlash, which is global, for having that title associated with you. It may not be worth it to you. You might make more money if you do not go on that website. If you do, not OnlyFans, but the other one that's available for people that isn't OnlyFans. OnlyFans is just too sex worker associated. But if you do, what's that other one everybody does? There's also 18 plus Patreon, but what's the other one? Fansly. Thank you. Yes, chat. If you do Fansly, you get a different association. Dita Von Teese does fetish art, but that's not the same thing. Doing fetish art is not the same category as sex worker. Like, this is very important. Doing masturbation videos where your coochie is on stream or on screen is not the same thing as fetish art. Like, it is and allows you a specific category over. Like, it sounds the same, and to some people it will be, just like Pride is like porn to people. You know how some people think Pride Parade is like porn? But we know it's not. Some people will always think that of you no matter what you do. But the association and the branding allows you leeway with sponsors and job opportunities. So depending on how you want to brand what you're doing, be careful about the brand you associate yourself with. You can always rebuild your brand, right? You can always rebuild it. Okay. But you have to decide, like, what do you want your brand to be and what line do you want to cross versus another line? If I was only ever known as a nudist activist and I was never on OnlyFans, I'd be taken more seriously. But because I didn't care, and I do not care, I will be on OnlyFans. But, at the same time, I didn't like the idea of being pressured by anybody because I was on OnlyFans. And I hear a lot of like other people feel that pressure to perform. But I think you have to decide, what are you willing to deal with? Like Trisha acts like she's not going to deal with the consequence of her branding, but at the same time capitalizes on that branding. You have to decide where you want to be. What line do you want to cross? Don't you want to cross? So just, I have one video about OnlyFans as a podcast about doing it ethically. You can watch that. I'll work on more content about it, but I genuinely just look at it as an opportunity to make things that I think are pretty. That's what I really focus on. Things that I'm proud of. I don't care if they leak. And I think they're beautiful. Like, I think what I create is like fun and cute and experimental. And I feel really lucky I get to do it even part-time.
But without masks, like some asshole, he was running by without a mask and he breathes right in my fucking face.
What do you mean he breathes?
Well, because
Oh, and OnlyFans only is successful. Watch my latest video on OnlyFans and its numbers. You cannot do OnlyFans without being popular on another platform, because you can't search OnlyFans like that. So if you want to do OnlyFans for real, think about how you're going to promote it. Think about what website you're going to figure. And imagine only 1% of those people or less actually sign up for your OnlyFans, and assume they're only going to sign up once and not stay. And then you'll figure out the average OnlyFans content creator is making like $50 a month. So it might not even be worth it. And if you want to become a teacher or do a different job, having an OnlyFans or that stigma might actually get you fired, which is done for lots of people. So be careful.
he
Do it.
runs like he's breathing heavy because he's running.
He's just breathing.
Yeah, he's just breathing, but he's breathing heavy and he runs really close by me.
He didn't come and was like,
No. but it's close enough. It made me nervous. So we just went back. We stayed in the hotel room the whole time. We bought a bottle of vodka that we never opened.
Oh wow.
Wait, you didn't drink it?
No, we never opened it
Why?
because it was never like we were eating and then we were watching and then we just
You were
never
watching
opened it.
what?
So the one thing that was fun is that we charged an entire season of The Haunting of Hill House.
Wow.
I have no idea what that is.
You know what that is, Dan?
No.
Nobody's seen that? It's really spooky. It's number 50 show of all time. And it's on Netflix.
You guys have bad taste in TV shows, so I'm gonna just not go watch that.
It's number 50 of all time on
The one you
IMDb.
recommended about superheroes, I was like, hell no. Mo was like, we
The
should watch
Boys?
this. Yeah, and I was
Everybody
like,
likes
no,
The
thank
Boys.
you.
Hold on. That is a
Okay.
universe.
See, Trisha can't I don't know if Trisha's joking or not when she's like, you have a bad taste in TV shows. But like, I can't tell because if that's serious, then it's the stupidest thing to say out loud. You have the worst taste in food. It's food. You can't judge my taste in food. I just like what I like. Like you can say that, like, oh, you have bad taste in food, but like you're just rude. So I hope she's joking there, but I feel like she's not joking. And I feel like a lot of people aren't joking when they say things like that, when they're like, oh, you have bad taste in stuff. We can't be saying these things out loud because it's not your business. Like if you're doing it because you're observing it, they're not in the room, you're like, oh, I don't like this for me. That's different. But like you can't poo poo on things like people like. It doesn't make any sense.
Loved show.
Mm.
They
Oh
did
my
a hair fight with my
God.
throat.
Are you okay today? I feel like you're off today.
You're off today.
Closed your eyes for like 60 seconds straight just now, and I thought you were falling asleep.
Because the contacts hurt.
Oh,
They
I
get
was
they get dry,
oh,
so I'm trying to
fuck.
lube it up.
Should we? Oh, sponsored by Adam and Eve. So sorry.
Oh my God, Chet says she says it like Regina George. I wonder if she thinks Regina George is a good person. I wonder if she likes Regina George. Which, by the way, everybody in Mean Girls is literally a mean girl. That's the point of Mean Girls. I think like people kind of forget that. Lindsay Lohan, the gay best friend, everybody is literally a mean girl. That's the point.
Promo.
Oh,
Speaking of lube,
yeah. Speaking of lube,
hey guys, free stuff is awesome, but free stuff is
Ooh,
sponsored.
Adam and Eve
I said-
sponsorship.
then ice
It's about like those
Never-
balls.
and walk around.
I'm forwarding this. I don't care.
I can't see the copy, Dan. It just shocking it's
Stalkers. And earlier this year with that little incident with my like stalker, like I was watching the show, like I'm not just saying that, like I was watching shows about stalkers,
Hold on,
and then
hold
it, like
on.
forget with that little when you watch your man,
spooky shows.
not particularly.
Yeah, I don't really either, but I watched this one because everyone recommended it. But it's really good.
Some bad shit's gonna happen to you
Why would you say that?
because then when you watch that stuff, you're manifesting it in your head whether you know or not.
No, I was totally over it. But why'd you say that to me? Now I'm going to be all fucked up.
Because when you watch that, okay, I'll tell you why. Because when I used to watch stuff like that stuff was happening to me all the time. Particularly this year with that little incident with my like stalker, like I was watching the show, like I'm not just saying that, like I was watching shows about stalkers, and then it like freaking happened. Oh, did you break your nail?
No, I'm okay.
Oh shit, are you sure?
Just shocking. It's such an unusual feeling when your nail gets bent back like that. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, it hurts. That's a motherfucker. Why are you not wearing your wedding ring?
I never do.
Why?
I just don't like the feeling of it.
Oh, do we want to keep talking about spooky, or can we get back to the Ace family? Because I have some shit
Oh yeah,
to
let's
say.
talk fuck spooky movies. Let's talk about
Well, I
now
can
that
talk
you
about spooky
cursed my
movies.
life. Now that you've been like, oh
Yeah.
Ethan, something terrible is gonna happen.
I didn't
Okay, let's
do
talk about
it.
Ace Family.
You watch the spooky movie, you manifesting that in your
Yeah, but
life.
you know millions of people watch spooky movies. Not everything's gonna happen.
Do you think this
bad
house
to
is
all of them.
haunted? I low-key think this is kind of.
No, it's not haunted,
Did you have
Trisha.
ghost people come in here?
No, I haven't ghost people. Nothing supernatural has happened. Thank you.
I had a little
Move on.
supernatural experience in your bathroom for real.
Probably just smelling your fucking my bidet fan.
No, I didn't even know how to turn on the bidet. I didn't know anything. I wouldn't. use
Okay,
it
what was your
anyways.
supernatural experience in my bathroom? Is my contact messed up?
Ooh, yeah. There's like a little fuzz on there.
Really?
I don't know how you get it out either.
Fuck.
Okay, you're okay.
The girl left who helped me with it.
Just like blink a
Okay,
lot.
yeah, it's just getting watery. There's fuzz on my contact, bro.
There's a little.
Are you
speck.
fucking with
I'm
me?
not. I swear, my life. There's a little speck. I don't know how to get it off though.
Jeffree Star.
He's cursed. I mean, no, I like him, but I'm saying like.
Wait, since you said my
I like how she's like, I like him. Does she still like Jeffree?
ass was cursed, some shit went in my eye.
I know because
is
you're
your fault.
manifesting the spookiness.
Okay, what happened in the bathroom?
At your house?
Mhm.
Do you want me to tell you for real?
Yeah.
I can't. I felt like I saw a snake come through the toilet hole.
Well, that was in the news recently. So
No, was it? I swear to God,
Yeah, it was.
I swear I didn't.
it
not
happened
know
to
that.
somebody. It happened to someone in like Indonesia where a snake bit their balls.
Oh,
Whoa.
well, didn't I saw it come up and I ran and I went back inside. Like I jumped up and then I went back inside. I swear I didn't see that story. I don't read the news, especially about Indonesia.
So you think there actually was a snake in my toilet?
Oh yeah, Chad says she almost did a podcast with him but didn't post it. I do think, yeah, I have a slight memory of that maybe. Oh, that's kind of interesting. And this was before her trip was him to Vegas, wasn't it? This was before everything, right? This is 4 years ago. So this is like before kind of everything, huh?
Again, it was weird because it like looked like a snake, but like didn't.
I think
Like
there was a turd, probably,
it went up and then down.
possibly, more likely than a snake.
And then another thing happened where the lights turned off and they're not censored lights in there. because I went to go
Oh, my
turn up.
bathroom's on. I love that. The one up
The light
there?
went up and down. Like when we were just in there changing, it went on and then off. And we're like, what the fuck? Because we didn't know how to like turn it with the button. So it went on, off.
You know, I have a camera in there, so I'll just look and see. I'll go back to when you were in there and check the footage.
Of my, well, I get to
just
see my
kidding.
vagina.
I'm just
Oh, I
kidding.
was like, I guess, so you'll see my badge.
I'm just kidding.
You can.
No.
Put on.
Wait, she's still friends with Shane as of today, guys? Is that what you're saying? She's still friends with Shane today?
Anyway, let's talk about Ace Family. That's good shit.
He's a cheater too, allegedly.
So, okay, this family.
Oh my
Ace Family's,
God, this
like,
is
super
so
popular,
old
dude.
news.
Yeah, they have a $20 million house. They have a bougier house than you.
20 million? I can't
Have you
believe
ever
she
seen
isn't?
house before?
I've
No, she isn't friends with Shane. All right. It doesn't matter. I mean, Ace Family news is so old. This is how old this podcast is. Ace Family? That's crazy. Okay, chat's saying no, she's definitely not friends with Shane. Okay, good.
no, I haven't watched that video. Should we?
Why are they so baller?
How do they make so much money?
I don't know.
don't.
Because they don't get, like, they're not sponsored. You remember when they did that thing at Staples Center? They rent out Staples Center to have a charity basketball game. And they, like, hosted it. Like, they're in the middle of the court being like, Ace Family, what's up? And then everyone's like, woo, like,
That's
what?
insane. Who cares about Ace Family?
Who cares about Ace Family? But then she put out a tweet saying like, "Hey guys, we're not perfect. Love you, Austin." Which is a great. That is when you're in an abusive relationship. That's what you do. You're like, everything's fine. It's like,
Here, let's pull it. Dan, pull it up the clip. Let's watch it, and then we can talk about it because I want to show the people.
is your eye okay? I'm so concerned.
I feel it better now.
Okay,
You still see it?
I still see it, but I don't think that's
I
it.
don't
'cause
feel it.
Sometimes you just have like a little speck, and it's fine because I get that on my eye.
But it's
sometimes.
not. It's not like off center.
Your contact's not.
Okay.
No,
okay.
no.
Okay, I'm okay. Dan, can you pull up the vid?
Welcome back to our channel, guys.
What's going on, everybody? Ooh, look at my hair.
No.
Good thing I don't have to. No, I'm gonna say it. Good thing I don't have to be on camera today.
Okay.
God. My hair looks fucked up. I would not film like this. So just go.
Okay.
Look at her, just over it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey, Ace Family! Welcome back to our channel, guys.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so-
my issue isn't even like the swearing. I guess whatever, swear in front of your kids. I don't know, it's fucking weird. But like then to like turn it on, so, and even the kids too. They're like,
Yeah, the little girl like was so conditioned for this shit.
Ew.
She must see that kind of behavior all the time. But the truth is, if you're doing family vlogs, this is what it's like behind the cameras.
what specifically? Like
What is like? It's fighting, it's bickering, it's unpleasant. People
Oh.
are being forced to do stuff they don't want to.
1,000%. But like, I mean, I used to vlog all the time, and I still do. But like, if you're like, if something's weird or you're feeling like there's something like you don't continue to film. Like I've been mad before. Like Friday, I was mad, and like we just don't do TikTok. We just stop doing it. If it's like not fun anymore, then you're like
Yeah,
causing
but
that friction.
they probably do that every day, and they have to power through it.
Ew. And then like also those kids, like they're being filmed all the time. Like I think that's like something against like it's just like so. There's something unsettling about that family.
I skip Trisha's TikToks because like I see her kids way too often. I just don't like watching people's kids. Like I understand like funny family videos are funny, but it's funny that now Trisha literally makes TikToks with her kids. She makes like her kids' birthdays are on TikToks. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this girl, you know,
Family, and then the fact that they just always cover it up and just not be like, I don't know. I think she left it in on purpose. Can I tell you why? Like
That is a good theory.
yeah, it's because I think she doesn't know how to get out of it. One, because like we were saying,
Cries
it's
for
kind of like,
help.
yeah, she's like, hey, look how this guy is behind camera, because no one would believe it. Everyone's like, oh, he's such a great guy. Even when the cheating scandal came out, all these girls like he slept with me, and my friend or whatever, allegedly. Whatever.
What? He
Yeah,
cheated?
there's a huge
What
cheating
kind of
scandal.
fucking family vlog is this?
Exactly.
People
And
they all cheat. Maiden says they're her most popular posts. I believe it.
Get together,
did you
man.
see do you see their TikTok with like the daughter twerking and stuff like that?
Ew.
That little girl?
Yes.
No, I
Okay,
didn't
let me
see
show
it.
you this.
No.
because-
Cuties on
Oh my
Netflix.
god. Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it. Did you watch that show? I haven't seen it.
I tried watching like 10 minutes.
It
but
seems
that was
uncomfortable.
boring.
Like I can't watch it. But like the last one is like she's doing the new TikTok.
Well, don't show the
here it
kid,
is,
bro.
This one.
I just don't. Oh, wow. That's a lot of likes. Dude, they're hot.
Okay, well that's fine. Okay.
Oh, he set it up so it was like a joke where he would chase her off. Would you twerk?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, but you
Not
know that's
cute.
what pedophiles literally like prey on, are like the people that are like, oh, look at like there's a couple
Ooh, this has really aged poorly for Trisha. Maybe Trisha should go back and watch her stance on this because her kids are way too often in her videos.
families, I won't say who, that
And those babies are targeted so much on TikTok. That this is why I don't put my kids on the internet. I don't have kids. But this is why you shouldn't put your kids on the internet. Period.
like show their kids like doing gymnastics, and all the comments are filled with pedophiles.
You should say who they are. Give me one, because I'm curious, because I love that shit. I mean, I like finding out about it.
I just know like they used to disable comments and stuff like that, and I feel like
Ew.
well, YouTube disable comments
YouTube
because of
does that now,
because of
yeah.
the pedophile. But then it's like take down the video, like stop posting the kids
I
on
agree.
there.
If
You know what I
there's-
mean?
If there's dude watching your kids in a sexual way, that video should be removed.
So even that twerking, yes, I get it. The joke is like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? But the fact that she's even shaking her butt a little bit, it's like, I don't know. There's something so off. Am I like, I feel like I'm crazy for real. Like everyone else, like it's cute. It's a little kid and her dad. It's like, yeah, but like the people watching this are gonna like.
This is such an interesting because I agree with what she's saying. But that's why I am so surprised that this Trisha today makes her kids so much of the content. And yeah, Chad, I think she was trying to do like a family vlog thing, which I just think is the point. Like, don't do that. Don't expose your family to it. Yeah, that's so interesting that this Trisha today, I guess, disagrees with that. But I tell you, money. Trisha keeps saying she's not money focused, but Ethan doesn't make his kids content. They blur the kids' faces. Philip DeFranco blurs the kids' faces. On occasion, you see the kids, very rarely, but for the most part, Philip DeFranco and Ethan, like they, as far as I know, have always blurred their kids' faces, have always like really minimized the amount their kids are on posts. And if they are, it's like the back of the head or something, which I'm fine with the back of the head and stuff. That's cute. But like, yeah, I'm so surprised. Like, I mean, I'm not surprised because a part of me did think she had kids to make money off of them because family vlogs make so much money. And I hate to think that way, but also like she's just like every other YouTuber in that sense. Like, why wouldn't she capitalize on having children when the highest monetized channels are family channels, period. If you have kids, they make the most money.
Like literally, there's people gonna do like
No, Phil has definitely filmed his kids, but Phil used to have like, okay, there's a difference between on occasion showing your kids and making a concerted effort not to make your kids the content, which is very different in my opinion. And I remember Ethan blurring out his kids' faces. I remember Phil blurring out his kids' faces, but in general, they've probably laxed on some parts of those, but I don't think Phil's ever made his kids the content. Trisha is making her kids the content, right? I feel like it's different. And yeah, she named her kids Malibu Barbie and Elvis. Like she obviously, the fact that you guys said she wants to put them in show business, like let's be for real right now. Trisha's going to be a trashy Hollywood mom. And her kids are going to hopefully make it out alive.
nasty shit to it. And like on top, I don't know. I have an issue with it, but that's just maybe me. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
Well, no, I think you're onto something because like the way that she turned it back on, I feel bad for that little girl because I just feel like that's gonna be a really tough environment to grow up in.
There was a family vlogger and their son passed away. His name was it was like 3 years ago, and they literally the next day they were daily family vloggers. The next day they did a vlog where they like, this was his last vlog. What was his name? He was 9 years old. They're like, this was his last vlog. Like, we're gonna show you, like, he played a game yesterday, and we're gonna show you it or whatever. And they just continued to vlog like nothing was wrong. Like they were literally like, oh, he died, like that sucks, and they're like, R.I.P. Like,
What?
and they just continued vlogging the next day.
Dude, family vlogging is brain cancer.
Look at Shay Carl. Where did he go? You know,
Oh,
They're
yeah,
just like,
Jay Carl dude, those families are always so fractured because, first of all, being forced to work that closely with your wife, first of all, is hard. But when you include your kids and you have to doing it on a daily basis, is just toxic.
it's so awful.
There's just, even if you're the best people in the world, there's just no way to do that.
Yeah, and it's also not right. Like, I mean, I don't know. I stopped vlogging just because it's like annoying too, just to like have people on camera, even if you're like full grown adults, like every day be like, here, let's like vlog, let's like wake up and do our shit.
Also, you think the kids are getting a cut of all that money?
No, I mean, I guess they're just getting the toys and the benefits because like surprising her with like a pink car or whatever. And it's
Yeah,
like,
but when she turns 18 and all of a sudden the money like the
Right.
YouTube's gone. It's like, where's my
he
money,
has a
daddy?
mistress, he gets sued for getting
20
her
mil.
pregnant,
Yeah.
and it's like all the money's
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
You know,
That's
she's not a
fine.
consenting. She you know, it's a little rocky.
It's a little
And the thing is,
gross.
like in traditional media, there's a lot of laws protecting kids.
Yeah.
But that doesn't exist in YouTube.
That's what I'm saying is like they're being filmed. They probably film 24 hours a day and they're probably only using like little clips of it. But it's like
Yes.
those kids should not be being filmed because they are working and that's messed up. That
Like-
little girl with her crop top off. I mean, she's literally 4. I get like a 10-year-old with a crop top maybe, but like a 5 or 6-year-old girl like crop top and shaking her butt. Like it's weird.
Hold on. Curious. Da, 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 da. Bididoo, bididoo, doo. Hello, why are you loading so? Wow, they're like, absolutely not. Okay. Bididoo, doo, 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 doo. Bididee, bididee. Hello, George. Holy shit, TikTok. It's the Chinese are trying to block my TikTok. Actually, it's the US government. The US government trying to block all 10 million followers? Damn, Trisha's killing it on TikTok. Kid. See. Kid. 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 Okay. Yeah. I get it because kid content does so well. Like Trisha's relatable. She's a mom like the rest of us. But I just don't see like the purpose of it really.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome to Mommy's Hair Salon. What can we do for you today?
Is she playing like play pretend with her kid?
Yeah, you fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm a hater. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Weird. And like, if you don't think it's weird, then there's something wrong.
Well, especially to film it because like that's a sketch they made, so he was encouraging her to do
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You could have stopped it before the ass shaking or something. You know what I mean? Like, just if you're
No,
trying
he
to
wanted
make-
that to happen. That was part of their plan.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
if you're trying to, everyone knows the trend. They know what she's about to do. Just like he did the WAP, and then she like walks in on him while he's like grinding on the floor, and I was like,
Ew.
Ew.
I just like, it's just inappropriate. Like, I don't know. I just never had that. I don't know.
But like, there's tons of child stars who their parents take everything and they don't pay them.
Yeah.
And so there's tons of laws to protect them now.
Yeah.
Since that happens. So
Actually, yeah, I think two of you have already said this in chat about how like Trisha doesn't necessarily like have a value, but she kind of like is either influenced by what she sees or she's just trying to get like approval by the audience. I would say there is always that person in the group who doesn't actually have their own thoughts or values, but they just kind of go with what they think is popular or like what they feel in the moment. And that's why I say like knowing your values is actually harder than people think. Because it's like, what do I actually believe about this? This is why I love philosophy bubbles. Because we sit here and debate the efficacy of like eating plants. We're like, should we eat plants? And like we sit there and we argue about whether or not we should eat plants. And that's like a very different bubble than somebody who just never thinks about, should I drive a car? Like I think every day, like, should I do this? Is it ethical to do this? Is it ethical to do this? Like my partner and I are always discussing, like, do you think it's ethical that we do this? What about this? Should we do this? And like, these are normal conversations I grew up with, even in the family I was raised in. My parents would ask us, like, do you think this is right or wrong? And I was like, that's a good question. And then we would sit here and debate and just deconstruct and ask conversations about, like, is this right or is this wrong? You know? So that's a privilege I kind of grew up in where I got to have that. My best friend, her parents, they would sit and ask us, do you think this is right or wrong? And we'd watch the news together and we would like, you know, is this right? Is this wrong? Like, I grew up with adults around me who would constantly challenge us, my aunts, my uncles, my grandparents, like, do you think this is right or wrong? And it's like, that's a good question. Let me think about it. Like that's a very specific bubble to grow up in versus whatever Trisha grew up in.
so often.
yeah.
But-
Can we get Macaulay Culkin on this podcast? Speaking of
That I
Jolly
probably could get Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, really? Do you know him? Have you been on his?
I don't know him, but like I think we could probably get Macaulay Culkin.
I just like want to like interview.
That's a lot more reasonable than like Barack Obama or whoever you recommend.
Britney Spears?
Britney Spears, yeah.
You don't think? I feel like I could be her friend. Okay. Anyways, I keep having dreams
I
that we
think you,
have guests.
Brittany, would be really good.
Yeah, I feel like
friend.
you could come on.
Why do you want guests so bad? Am I not enough for you?
Oh my God. Oh, that made me feel sad for a minute. I'm sorry. I feel like I am. I feel like there is like sadness sometimes behind your eyes, and I feel bad.
Oh,
Like I feel like you are actually more sensitive than me, actually. And I feel
Okay.
horrible, but there's nothing I can do because this is just me. I'm just a crazy bitch.
I'm totally fine. I'm just.
Are you sure?
Yes. Do you really think that I'm so sad, or are you just saying that to like?
I do.
hurt my feelings.
No, I feel bad. That's why I was like, fuck.
Why do you feel bad for me?
Because I just know you. Because like you're
You
like
know
me,
me?
and I know there's like, I just know. I don't want to like say it all, but
So did you just admit that you're sad?
yeah, I said that earlier in the show when I called you
Why are
broken
you
and
sad?
sad. I'm like, you're like me because you're broken and sad, just like me.
I don't think I'm broken and sad though,
Mm.
and I'm very honest. I think there's I think I can be depressed sometimes, but I don't think that I would refer to myself as broken.
For sure.
I don't think you think you're broken. What does that mean? That almost implies that like you're irredeemable. I got the penny by
That's not true. Broken people are great. Broken people find each other. They flock to each other. That's like a thing. Wounded birds love.
broken people flock to each other. Exactly. That's why I say healthy people don't date unhealthy people for very long. That's why I say unhealthy people flock to each other because they're hoping they'll fix each other. But all it does is like if neither of you get better, you just are in a vortex of toxicity. You know? Hold on, let me let Indiana out.
Love wounded birds. It's okay.
You want to try? Should we do our nail? I brought all this stuff because I've got nails on, which I've never
That's it
done.
for the family. You're done. I mean, that's fine. I'm happy.
What
to
else
wrap
do
it
you
up.
want to say?
No, but what in conclusion, we like them. We
Well,
support
the
them.
thing is, I can't believe they're so. I just wonder who's their audience. You know,
Mm.
like who the fuck is
Who do
watching
you
the Ace
think?
Family? You think it's just a bunch of pedos? $20 million house? No, there's real people watching it.
Have you seen your fans? Your
Yeah.
fans are the ones that showed up to my house. He's like, so in the H3 podcast. I'm like, oh fuck.
That doesn't mean he's a fan.
He literally only saw you on the H3 podcast, nowhere else. Like that's the only place he saw me.
So all my fans are stalkers.
I mean, 2 of them
All their
definitely showed
fans
up
are
to my
pedos.
house.
2 separately?
Yeah, and guess what? I've been on YouTube for 13 years and no one's like shown up at my house like that. Aggressive.
Hey guys, this is me. They don't care about what they're not gonna listen to me, but I'll try.
Yeah.
Guys, do not stalk Trisha. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I also don't like how nice you're being this episode. See, this is my other fear is that's gonna come back and you're like gonna be too nice to me. It's like I like that you're like open with how you.
God, it's like whiplash, bro. It's like fucking whiplash. Where she's like, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you said those things to me. Wait, don't stop saying those things to me. I like when you say those things to me. It's like, what? What?
You like.
I'm still open. I just don't have anything mean to say right now.
I don't say be mean to me. I'm saying like I feel like you're being like too nice. It's just always awkward when I come here. Let's just be real. I was here. I was like, hey, just like chilling. Anyways, do you want to do this nail thing?
Do you want to close? Do you want to close the book on the Ace family?
I'll leave it
Yeah,
open.
they suck.
We'll leave
for
it up.
now.
We're still taking notes, bitch. Watch your ass.
I can't believe like we're becoming like, these drama channels that I'm like comment because I'm getting so much shit for like talking about YouTubers. Like I don't think of it as like talking shit. I'm just like commenting on something, but I'm becoming
It's
the thing
awesome.
I hate. Like
No, it's awesome. Who else do you want to shit
I
on?
hated you for doing this. I was like, oh, what a loser, just like commenting on.
You always
YouTubers.
do that. You've always done that.
No, when
On
it's
the
a personal
floor
attack to
crying.
me. It's not like I'm just coming for people. Like James Charles, I never would have had any beef with, and now I got beef with because of this show. I
You don't
had
have
no
beef. You were only
Yeah.
ever nice to him. Oh, was he the one that texted you?
No, I know.
Who else texted
Could you
you?
imagine? He'd be the last person. He's so narcissistic. No, nobody, no one important, but just someone that scared me. And I literally told him, I was like, oh my God. Like, I feel
Someone
like
we
I'm
talked about? Was it Anthony?
No, and it was like, no, it wasn't like a big YouTuber. It was just someone it related to a story that we talked about. He's like, fuck you, you fucking fat bitch.
Really?
It was nasty.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. I should show you, but I don't want to. Let me just not go any further. 'cause
Well,
it was scary. I
I
need to
wanna
show
see.
Moses. I was just like,
I won't tell anything. I want to see. We share everything. Come on.
I don't know why I'm like open with you. I have no idea why.
Because
See,
it's
see,
good
see, see, see?
entertainment, bro.
She's grabbing her phone. She's participating in the situation. You know, she participates in the situations and then she's like, you bullied me into it, which, like, sure, we all get pressured into doing things, but at some point, we got to be grown-ups. You know, we got to say, okay, like, no.
No, but like with you, I feel like you weirdly enough, like don't judge me. That's what I'm saying. I didn't feel judged. Not to go back to last week. Like I didn't feel judged by you. It was just more of like you turning it, making it like everyone else does on the YouTube and be like, oh wow, look at this evil, manipulative weaponizer. I was just like,
that's
ugh.
what I was trying to do is in the vein of
Okay.
being always honest with you, is that I was trying to convey to you what I was seeing.
But on camera to make it look like wow.
That's not
whoa.
what I was trying to
Yeah,
do.
but
Everything's on camera. God, this is so exhausting. I'm sorry. I know, like, we were revisiting this, but I am getting the same vibes I kind of got last time, which was like, yeah, Ethan was an asshole, but Trisha is very difficult to deal with. Like, this is very difficult to deal with. You know?
you did.
Okay, let me see. Oh, I didn't even know who that is, but let me read this. Ew. Ew.
That like scared me because he was like never that aggressive and he like
Ooh,
called.
Wait, this is like the most psycho, rudest
Look
text
at
I've
the
ever
look at the
seen.
last name. You still don't know? Oh, anyways, whatever.
Wait. Is that an actor?
No.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but that was not her. That was someone related to her story.
Oh, it wasn't her. It
No, that
some-
was. Anyways, whatever. I'll tell you later.
Anyway, whoever texts you that is a fucking psycho.
Well, I'm only letting you know in case he actually comes to kill me because he's in LA, and so I just I honestly was kind of scared for a minute, and Moses was like, I'm
He
like,
called
he's
you
on
a fat
drugs,
piggy bitch.
and then he went on and said like more stuff like, oh, I know you're obsessed with me, like you call your boyfriend a terrorist, like all this crazy shit. And I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
he called. Can I say? I don't want to upset you.
No,
Just- I
he-
read it in confidence.
okay,
But what
don't
he
say
said
it.
about Moses was funny.
I never saw the thing.
He never saw
Oh,
that.
really?
I was so scared. Like when it came on a Saturday night, we were like,
It's very
having fun.
aggressive.
It's very
Very, very
aggressive, and he called like
aggressive.
multiple times with that text message, and then was like, block.
Hold on. Okay. Chet says, is she being rude though, or just authentic with her thoughts? Watching this and hearing your remarks makes me see why my boyfriend gets annoyed with me. LOL. I see Trisha as just being honest. I see Trisha as being dishonest. I think she's being dishonest. I think she's saying things she doesn't mean. I don't think she knows what she thinks. I see Ethan as saying things he thinks, but he's being rude. But I see Trisha as saying things she thinks she should almost like say. Like she's being rude, but I don't think she's being honest. I think she's hiding. I think she's coping. But Ethan is being rude and honest with his opinion, but I don't think it's necessary. Like my partner and I could both be very honest with each other without being rude. You don't have to be rude to be honest. And I think it takes a very healthy person to know that. Like when I was unhealthy, I thought being honest came with being rude, but it doesn't, guys. And I say this from experience. I know how to be honest without being rude, but I also have to usually respect the person that I'm talking to some extent to not also care that I'm being rude. Because I don't always care if I'm rude, right? So with my partner, I definitely don't want to be rude to him. He's the last person I want to be rude to. So I am never rude. I try very hard. And if he calls me out, let's say he said, Brittany, I actually think that was really rude. I'd be like, I am so sorry. Let me re-examine myself and say what I was saying in a better way. Right? So I think we have to remember that being rude and being authentic, they're not the same thing. you know? Chet says, is it honesty to blurt out thoughts before thinking, even if what you ended up saying is the opposition of your beliefs? That's a great point too. Blurting things out, the first thought that comes to your brain is probably, you should wait a second. We're supposed to learn these skills, by the way, growing up. You're supposed to learn, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. You're supposed to learn certain skills growing up that I think a lot of people just don't learn, you know? Discord says, I also think honesty has more consistency. Yes, Trisha is always all over the place. Sometime from the start to the end of the same sentence. Yes, 1000% agree. I think honesty is consistent. That's why if you look, okay, I really pride myself in this because I've worked really hard at it. I swear to God, if you go back and look at my dramas with people, I am really consistent. Across the board, I try to be very consistent with my beliefs. And if I'm not, call me out, I will change. But like, I try very hard to be consistent because it always goes back to my values. So when I'm like being honest and stating a fact, it doesn't just apply to the person I'm going after. It has to apply to every single person who falls into that category. So if I'm going to criticize Elon Musk for being a bad father, then I'm also going to criticize other people who fall into that category as being a bad father. It's not about me going after you personally. It's just like you happen to fall into this category. So I also think you're a bad father. Do you know what I mean? But people are like, I don't like that Brittany goes after people's parenting. I don't know what that means because you don't care when I do it to Elon Musk, but they think they're different than Elon. They think it's okay to go after Elon, but it's not okay to make a statement about them, even though they make their children content. Do you know what I mean? Like, I try very hard to be consistent. Whether you're my friend or family member or somebody I know or somebody I've worked with, I'm not going to pull my punches because I know you. You know, if anything, I have to make it clear because I do know you that like, hey, even though I know this person in a little bit of a way, doesn't mean I'm okay with this like action they're taking. So I agree. I think like honesty in relation to values has a consistency. And I try to be very consistent. Thank you. Chat says, I think your consistency is what made me stick around for so long. I appreciate that. Let's see. Chat says, my boyfriend told me we always question our thoughts, but never question our knee-jerk emotions and feelings. So he said that I shouldn't always believe them. That helped me a lot. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think especially since in therapy, like I was literally taught that first initial thought you have might not be your real thought. So wait a second, think about it and make sure that it is. Right? Make sure that it is. That says, could it be his Tourette's or something to do with that? Maybe that he just says things. Maybe, but Trisha also does it. So I don't know. It could be anything. Who knows? Chat says, I think Trisha's being honest in quotation marks and the expression of her emotions in terms of reacting because of how she feels in the moment. But she's not being honest in the truth of sense of the word. Oh, 100. I think she is putting it out there, but her words don't match what she's giving. I'm fine. I don't care if you say that. Like, I don't care. But like, obviously don't come at me and say that. Why would you say that about me? But like, I don't care. Like, I kind of like don't want you to pull punches with me, but like, why aren't you being nicer to me? It's like, yeah, it's like she doesn't know how to communicate exactly what she wants to be consistent in herself. Yeah. Also, guys, heads up. I took an ibuprofen, but I have had a horrible headache for the last like few hours. And I'm really concerned it's a migraine. I'm feeling really bad right now. And so I am not sure if this will be our last episode, but I am just warning you right now. I really wanted to push through, but my head is pounding. Like I got up to get an ibuprofen, but my head is pounding. I can't tell you, it's been in pain for a few hours and I thought it would go away. So after the end of this episode, I might have to cut stream. I haven't had a migraine in years and I've really tried when I have this feeling to stop it because like I don't want to have to go to the hospital because usually I have to if I have a migraine. I just don't want to go. So I'm just warning you ahead of time. I feel really nauseous. I feel like I'm gonna get sick, which is usually the point. I don't know. I've been sick all morning, but I'm just warning you ahead of time. Okay, just like I'm just gonna warn you.
Block him, but I'm kind of scared of blocking because what you want to know about crazy people is if they're coming to kill you, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, like I said, I do have security for real. I mean, guards out there all the time. And then I got Moses, who's fucking military trained, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I just was a little scared, you know?
But just to recap, I think you think people are coming to kill you maybe too easily.
Because people have actually come to my house with a gun and they don't get arrested
you're right.
because of freaking coronavirus.
You're right. People have come to your house with a gun.
That's why, like, honestly, that's like Moses and I, when we had broken up like twice or like just stopped talking to each other, like I literally call him every time someone tries to kill me. And I'm like, can you come stay with me? Because like, so now it's just like, it's more
maybe Moses sent him so that you guys could get back together.
I say that! That's my sin! That is my sin! And I still go by him. I still go by that that theory
Because
because
the guy
they're
was
Israeli.
Israeli. Yeah, I don't think
Both of them.
Moses doesn't associate with Israel.
And it's always, that's true. But it's always the next day that I'm like, I never want to see you again. And then guess what?
Test it.
No, but you know what? Because my car's not there. They see nobody's there. They show up.
That is a
They're
good
stalking your
theory.
place. They're stalking.
That's so creepy, bro. You need to get out of there.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my God. Thank you guys for wearing. I turned down the light in front of me, the ring light. It helped in right away. Like right away, I turned down the ring light in front of me and my headache dimmed. So I do think like it's one of those things. Let's get through this episode. If I get really sick in the next 10 minutes, I'll go. But if I looked at my watch, it's not even there. If I get sick in the next, like worse in the next 10 minutes, I'll go. But I feel instantly better that I turned down my light a little bit. So the wave of nausea stopped. So we're almost there. Thank you for being so wonderful. I really appreciate your reaction to that. Thank you.
You need to just get out of wherever you are.
I know. No, we are. I mean, it's happening. But anyways, I
let's-
did think that though. See, I'm not crazy. Moses was like, you're crazy. I was like, no. He did never
My
say
eyes
it.
are dry.
Are you okay? My pussy's dry right now.
Is it?
A little bit.
What does that mean?
Maybe a yeast infection again. I had one last week.
no.
Is that when you go ass to vag?
Like wiping, you mean?
Or well, don't they say you can get infected if you go ass to vag?
Yeah, I think it's just because like I forgot to clean my sex toy and I just had it sitting out.
Oh,
and I used it
really?
again.
no.
You think the squirting can cause infection?
No, it's good. It's better. It like
Cleans
releases
you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to clean your sex toys.
Yeah, I think
Have
maybe
you ever
that
gone
was
ass
it.
to vag?
What do you mean asked? Oh, like they take the dick out?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
Ew.
I don't know.
No.
They say don't do that.
I'm not an ass person just because of butthole trauma from a child. But that's
Oh,
You have butthole trauma from a child?
from childhood, not from a child.
From childhood?
Childhood, yeah. I have a little ass trauma there, but that's a whole other story. And that's really sad and depressing. That's what I'm saying. Broken and sad. I get you.
oh,
Not that you're
wow.
saying that you had any trauma like that. I'm just saying I know you're broken, but that's fine. Should we go to this game
That
or
does
what?
sound depressing. You're right. Let's play the game.
Okay.
So I've got nails. Never had nails before. So we've got some pennies.
I can't wait for this
And a
highlight.
dime.
Our 19,000 views on this highlight. It's going to be so good. Ethan tries to pick up pennies.
Yes. All right. So let's see it how a pro does it.
Oh. Well, I shouldn't show you because then you're going to steal my techniques.
Oh, you think I should just do it?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like a claw in one of those games you put a quarter in.
Ooh.
This feels so freakish. I feel like a Tekken, like a fighter. I got it.
Oh my God. That was
Nice.
actually, yours are also a lot thinner than mine. Mine are very thick, so it's really hard. I mean, I would have just gone.
Oh, well, that's not the game.
Well, you want to
Nice.
pick them up. I mean,
Yeah,
the game
pick
is
them
to
up with
get
your
your
nails.
penny.
No, this isn't
No,
a
you just
trick
go like
game.
this.
Okay, big shot. Pick it up with your nails.
I don't know if I can because these are too thick.
Ooh, okay, wait, hold on. Chat says, I think Trisha's right that Ethan is broken. There's a sadness in him that I think manifests as anger. I think Trisha is saying that though, because she's trying to say that Ethan is as broken as her. And I think that's really fucked up. Like, just tell me how inappropriate that is though, to tell someone they're more fucked up than they feel. Like, that's so fucked up. And that's what she's doing. She's trying to say, you're fucked up. And it's like, yeah, but you're making it sound like I'm worse than I am, which is it's another way of not being seen. Right? It's just as fucked up as telling like that. She's basically saying like, you're so fucked up. Don't you know you're so fucked up? Like, you're so fucked up. Like, that's kind of messed up. Right? I think we're all broken. And I think we all make strives to be better. And I think instead of the word broken, just like traumatized. Everybody is traumatized. And so Ethan is traumatized. I think he's really open with that. He has depression. He's on antidepressants. Like, yeah. But like, Trisha's not using it to uplift him. She's using it to degrade him. He's calling her crazy, not to uplift her, but to like, yeah, talk ill of her. That's the problem with mental health stuff, is like neither of these people actually understand mental health. They just experience it. Just because you're mentally ill doesn't mean you understand it. Just because you have depression doesn't mean you understand it. Not everyone understands like their cancer just because they have cancer. You know, not everyone's like a, special interest research hoe like the rest of us, So I think when we have these conversations, we have to remember we're watching two people that are kind of messy. She said, wait, chat says she was invalidating his feelings. Exactly. She was invalidating him when she should have been lifting him up, but they don't know how to lift each other up that way. Though Ethan's better at lifting Trisha up than Trisha is lifting up him, No, 100% messed up for sure. I just wondered if Trisha's picking up on the vibe with her tism that Ethan can't see himself, but is still wrong. Yeah, but I feel like the way Ethan owns how fucked up he is appropriate. Not now, this Ethan, though. I think this Ethan's really good at picking up how fucked up he is. I think he's accurate in his assessment. I think Trisha doesn't like that he feels like he's more stable than her. Now, the Ethan that's crying over like Israel-Palestine and arguing with Hassan, that Ethan You know what I mean? That Ethan needs some fucking help. That Ethan, you know what I'm saying? Ooh.
Thick. Like I do this all the time.
That's so funny. What happens if you get changed? You just pull it off the counter.
Yeah, I literally go. That's like a real like
I did it.
thing. Nobody picks it up like that.
Dude, I'm kind of good at this.
You know what's good about nails? You can have everyone else do everything for you. Oh, actually, you know that
I've
already.
been doing that all
I do
day.
that
I go,
both
Ela, can you push in the chair? Ela, can you get me a straw? Ela, oh, she even came in the bathroom and put my pants and took down my pants for me so I could pee.
Yeah, Moses does that too for me, just every day because I always have nails, so it's great.
So what's the thing with the toilet paper?
How would you to wipe your? Oh, well, you don't wipe. You use a bidet.
I mean, I've used.
So how would you take it off to wipe? Like, you're on the toilet. You're on the toilet.
Yeah.
Here, wait, no, that's not how it is on the toilet. So I'm gonna be the toilet bowl. I'm the toilet roll holder.
Thank you. This is my fetish.
Actually,
This is exactly.
did you see my toilet paper video on OnlyFans with the toilet paper in my ass?
No, I
No.
I was just kidding that you're like a toilet paper dispenser. It's my fetish.
Oh, you're kidding about the
Yeah,
fetish?
just
Oh,
kidding. Okay, so here's the toilet
that's
paper.
how you do it.
I like
Yeah.
that she thought it might
On the
be
first
true.
one.
You fold it.
On the first wipe to make sure because it gets pretty bad on the first wipe.
You fold.
First wipe, I'll
What's
do.
your second wipe go?
Second wipe is probably like just like a double like this.
That's all you use to wipe your ass.
No, I'll do this a few times. Till it's
But you
better.
just use this little piece. So if you do this like 4 times, use this piece, throw it out, and do another piece just like that.
I'll start with like a double.
No.
You can't do it with the nails. So do it. Try and wipe
Wait.
now with your nails. It's gonna get shit in your nails.
Yeah, no, I know. There's.
So you can't. You can't.
So
do
I'd have to
toilet paper.
change up my
You
strategy.
gotta do a toilet paper mitt.
Oh,
No, they should do it for real. Yeah, they
Wrap
gotta
it?
do it for
How much
real.
toilet paper you go through?
No, you can't crumble. Oh my God, you can't crumble. Guys, when you crumble, you're just risking. You have to neatly fold everything. Oh my God, I don't have toilet paper in here, but okay. If this was my toilet paper, you can't just this, guys. That's crazy. You gotta perfectly align every single piece. Perfectly. And then if it's a longer piece of toilet paper, you get like double this, okay? And you have it, okay? But you gotta match the corners. You gotta match them perfectly. Melania always tells me, make sure you match the corners. Okay, Donald, make sure you get them. Very symmetrical, not asymmetrical, symmetrical. And then you gotta have it just thick enough, okay? So let's say it was like more lengthwise, but thick. And then you can fold over, but you can't have it thin. You can't, and you can't crump. You can't crump, guys. That's crazy talk.
And then you go under like
That's
that.
how you wipe every time?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I know. We go through a lot of toilet paper.
Does your nails ever accidentally like slice through the toilet paper and get shit on it?
That's why you gotta mitt it. You gotta do the mitt like this, the toilet paper mitt. Even before Corona, we were stocked with toilet paper. I probably have over 100 rolls in my bathroom at all times. Like seriously, I go through a roll a day.
Here's really the question: 3-ply, 4-ply, 5-ply? Because anybody using 1 or 2-ply, you crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So you do that, and that's how you do the toilet paper with fake nails. All right, now that
But you must have got shit on your nails before to know to do that.
I think it's more just like paranoid about it. I don't think I've gotten shit on my nails now.
No? Good.
Okay,
You would
do
tell
the
me,
can
right?
now. The
You-
can is a big one.
This
Okay.
one I really don't know how I'm gonna get done. This I really because like you said, yours are thicker. I mean, it's a can. There's no way this is gonna work. There's no way. Welcome to my can opening show.
Oh.
There's a couple methods for a can.
You think Jeffrey's gonna be mad at me for doing this?
No, you literally didn't say anything bad about him.
Better start. What has he done bad?
I think you'd be flattered. I'd be flattered if someone
Oh
just
my
Welcome
God.
everybody to
What
my
has he
can
done?
opening.
What has he done bad? I'm dead.
You did talk bad about him last episode, actually. So
I don't like him, but I know anything about him.
you don't like him, but you don't know anything about him. Is that
Like I
what you
just
said?
get bad vibes from him.
That's
Good-
good, say
good.
that, but like honestly, like in person, I don't get bad vibes. Like even though he like
You know what? Ethan knew.
said I was like fat or whatever allegedly, but I don't get bad vibes. Like he's not like he's broken.
Broken like us.
Yes. And you know who else was broken? Dahmer. You know who else was broken? Manson. Okay?
It's okay.
Okay, so
Jim Carrey's broken too.
He is.
I feel like a connection with him. Like I feel like we might have been like twins.
Trisha's trauma bonding right now. Well, not literally, like that's not the definition of trauma bonding, but she's like, yeah, I get it. I was there. I'm telling you. In my 20s before I was healthy, absolutely. You have a lot of empathy and sympathy. You're meeting everybody where they're at. You're like, I get it. I'm a fucked up person. You're a fucked up person. But you don't realize how fucked up people are. Let me tell you this in this way. I have met addicts that are so fucked up, absolutely not. And then I've met addicts that are like, they're fucked up, but like they're okay. You know, it's like there's a level to the fucked upness that like you don't engage with, okay? When Charles Manson comes knocking, you don't answer the door. Okay? They're just like people that are too fucked up. And they're not too fucked up for redemption. They're too fucked up for you. They're not too fucked up for a therapist. They're too fucked up for you. Okay? They're not too fucked up for redemption. That's very important. It doesn't mean we have to make friends with every fucked up person. Okay?
Twins like born at the same time or something. Okay.
You can look that up. I'm pretty sure that's not true. He's much older.
No, I know, but I'm talking about like solar twins.
What is a solar twin?
You're born in the same sun.
Oh, you mean the birthday? You have the same birthday?
No, you're born in the same sun, the sun cycle.
What the fuck does that mean? Isn't that just the same birthday?
No. What? We don't have the same birthday. No, we don't have the same birthday.
What's the soul cycle? It's our sun cycle.
Sun cycle birthday. It's like, no, not
What?
sun cycle. You're born in the same sun. Oh my God, you're like getting it all wrong.
Okay, so how'd you do that? I didn't see it. I mean, I'm afraid I'm
No,
just gonna
no,
break
don't
my
do it
hand.
that
Just go
way.
like this with the finger.
But how do you get it like ready to go?
Don't do it with that. Do it with your finger. You got you have the same fingers as me. Literally take. Yeah, that's how you do it. Go. Yeah, push it up now.
Welcome everybody to my can opening show.
I feel like you can't even see it that good.
Yeah, I can't get. There's no way I get this open. There's no
Push
way.
it up.
I can't. My finger doesn't fit.
Oh my God, your finger's skinnier than mine. You just go hook it around and push up.
Welcome everybody.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
It doesn't fit. I can't hook it.
Wow, are you like low key like dumber than me?
Whoa, she's so negative with her talk. I love it. Chat, you're crazy. Says I use my teeth like an animal. My sensory issues could never. Metal on my teeth, certain things on my teeth, absolutely. And yeah, just use your. Even now, I think I just use. I don't open a lot of cans. Like, oh, I guess I open a lot of chickpeas. Yeah, every time I open my chickpeas, I use my skin. Whatever part of my skin is gonna like rubber, you know. Or yes, you put a spoon under it. Exactly, chat knows. You put a spoon or a butter knife. I use like utensils. Yeah.
High key.
I think we've proven that. We've already got to the bottom of that. About who's dumber.
Why is this kind of hard though, low key?
Why does everything got to be?
No,
key?
you went to
Why is everything low or high key?
and you went to college, and I quit high school. So.
Yeah, I didn't take a class in opening cans with nails in college.
Trisha didn't graduate high school. Also an indication of trauma and probability of success. She also is exceptional in that regard. That's interesting.
God damn it.
Also, it's kind of like Trisha can't, with her background, like just make it anywhere. She would have to go full on into social media because what could Trisha do otherwise? Like, what is Trisha going to work in an office or something? Is she going to be a teacher? Like, realistically, social media better work for Trisha into retirement because, like, what else is she supposed to do? You know what I'm saying?
It's not that easy, is it? Dude, what? Okay, we did it. Cheers.
Are you
To
gonna
our-
drink it? Are we sponsored by this or what?
No, but let's just cheers to our reunion. We made it through.
Aw.
We made it through some tough times, but we
Woo.
came back together. We're strong. We have a sponsor this episode,
Oh yeah, shout out Adam and Eve, use code H3.
and as long as I keep the money flowing, then you'll come back, right?
Oh, I'm glad you want me back that much. That makes me very
I do.
happy.
I
Okay.
didn't want the show to end.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
I got to
Oh.
recoup here. Once I recoup, then you can get the fuck out.
That's not true. But see, this is the Ethan I missed. I was like, yay.
Ooh, that's really sweet. Kinda
That's
huh?
good though.
Mmm. Mmm. All right. What else? I'm out of shit to talk about.
Wait, why? What the hell?
No, I mean, I want to keep talking, but I just don't know what else to talk about.
Oh, you're over it.
No, I'm not over it at all. I just don't know where's the next conversation going.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can end it if you want, or we can talk about
Let's talk about what's something that drama channels will pick up.
something drama related. What's even happening in the YouTube world? I don't even know.
It's been kind of slow lately.
No,
Oh, there was the
God.
Mr. Beast did he had like this creators game where it was like a trivia. And the
Oh.
winner got $300,000.
And Charlie cheated.
She did. I don't know. Did she cheat? I mean, I saw people saying that, but I don't know that there's evidence of that. I think the problem was that she got to compete with her whole family, including her two parents,
And
and other people were just one person.
okay, unpopular opinion. This will like whatever. She's boring. Like I can't even like get through a
Well, she's
like,
like a young
minute.
girl.
But she's like the biggest influencer right now. Like so boring. Her and Addison Rae. Like why are they so popular? They're like
Oh
basic-
my God. Nobody even watches the Damalios anymore. The Damalios. Hey, that's crazy. Like, this is such an old era of YouTube. YouTube's always changing. I love it so much. Girls, just a side note, if you're thinking about becoming a content creator, this is your time because we're in a burnout cycle. So all the content creators and influencers that this isn't really their passion are burning out and leaving. Bye. But the rest of us that are going to be chronically online people forever, we're here, baby, and we're staying. Every time I watched YouTube have a cleanse and everyone makes videos about how they're leaving YouTube, I'm like, bye, girl. Because, like, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, some of us, we're staying. You know what I mean? So if you're ever thinking about becoming a content creator for real, this might be your 10-year, trajectory, 2 to 5 years of being it full time. I'm just saying, might be your time.
It's like they're probably sweet and they're cute, but like what?
They're good dancers.
They're not.
No.
Oh my god, Charlie fans are gonna come for me. I feel like her fans are crazy. They're gonna be the ones to come kill me.
Fuck your stalker, bitch.
Yeah, I'm a Charlie fan. She's so boring. I mean, she's young. I shouldn't like be this mean, but like also like what? I just don't get it. So then I was watching that thing. Here's the thing. These are all the goodies that are gonna come around and they're gonna become like prostitutes in like 5 years or whatever.
Whoa.
Addison, not Charlie, because Charlie's underage. I'm not talking about her, Addison. I just said Charlie was boring.
Oh my
Addison, I
God.
thought might be the little baby.
Is that an
Because
insult?
Because her mom like goes with.
Why did she say that? Why did she say that? See how Trisha's like, you're shaming sex workers when I wrestled with my sister? But that was said in negative sex energy. That was negative sex energy. I'm sorry, we're rewinding that, but that was negative sex energy.
Her to like. Here's the thing. These are all the goodies that are gonna come around and they're gonna become like prostitutes in like 5 years or whatever. Addison, not Charlie, because Charlie's underage. I'm not talking about her. Addison. I just said Charlie was boring. Addison, I feel might be the little baby
You think
prostitute
I'll be able
because
to-
her mom like goes with her to like these grown men's houses. Like when Addison was like 18, she's hanging out with like Jeff Wittick, who's like 30 years old, and it's like it's a little weird. And
Oh my God, Jeff Wittick. Oh my God, Jeff Wittick. This is gonna be. This is so much funnier now that we know what's happening with Jeff Curtin Day Jeff. This is so funny.
her mom's like encouraging it and like being in bed with like David Dobrik and stuff. I was like,
Ew.
oh. The mom's like in bed with David, and then she's like, "Sorry, bitch," like to Addison, her daughter. Like it's a little.
God.
And they have.
Yeah, sometimes when the parents get involved on TikTok, I'm like, oh boy. And they have like their own TikTok channels and they're doing all the dances with the kids and shit.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
much. I
yeah.
think it's like I don't know. It's a little stage mommy, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that thing. Did she cheat? I don't know. Also,
Dan, did she cheat? Look that up.
I'm looking it up.
I think,
I mean, it was all for charity. It's like,
well, it wasn't for charity. The winner got $300,000 to give to their fans. So it wasn't charity. It was a lot of money.
Ooh, okay, hold on. YouTube tip. If you're getting an influx of haters on your channel and you're like a streamer, you can make chat subscribe only. But you'll notice I didn't do that because I think the haters are like gone right now, which is good because what you don't want is a bunch of haters like subscribing to you and then they all leave when they realize like you keep posting content they don't care about. And then your subscriber count fluctuates too much. Because you don't want to be a Sneeko. Sneeko, remember when he was going to reach 1 million subscribers, but most of his subscribers were kind of like haters. So they all unsubscribed to him when he had a party so he wouldn't get there. That's why I don't pay attention to my subscriber count because I know a lot of people who subscribed to me during the drama were haters and they're not going to stay. So my subscriber count, I changed it officially because I think the haters are like gone now. I just block everybody. But now that the trolls are gone, because people still make hate content about me. They're weirdos. They tag me and everything. Like, why are you tagging me in this? Like, you're so weird. Leave me alone. But I ignore them. But I changed it off subscribers. So that way, when people subscribe, hopefully they're really subscribing because they want to watch the content and become like a Britney person, which is like great. We love it. But yeah, like you have to create an environment that allows the right people to show up. Like you'll notice I censor a lot of my comment sections. Most content creators don't do that because YouTube won't push them out as much. If I didn't uncensor my comment section though, it would be like really misogynistic because like I'll read the comments on other people's like videos and the misogyny is so bad, the racism, the body shaming, and they just leave the comments up because it helps with the algorithm. But it's not good for my mental health to come into my comment section and just read like really horrible comments. I will keep some criticism up. Like if you go to my channels, you'll see the criticism is still there, but there's no misogyny or like full racism or like, like horrible slurs or something like that. YouTube censors it. So this is the thing that's different between like YouTubers who are trying to get huge and YouTubers who aren't, but like it does slow your growth. But I also think it will be so much better in 10 years when my community is so healthy. And because like you'll see some of the videos where I keep hater comments up. I just think they're kind of funny. Like I do think like the Manifestel comments never stop getting funny. They're still leaving me comments on those videos. Manifestel fans still leave me hate comments and I can't take them seriously because I know they're just like hurting and they're women. And so the insults are like, you're such a pick-me shot. I'm like, okay. They just don't feel like a threat to my life. But when men leave like threatening comments, they feel more scary. But the women just feel like silly. So anyways, when you're a content creator, think about it. But like Trisha keeps up her haters because her haters pay her bills. I don't want my haters to pay my bills. So think about that when you're deciding to become a content creator. Are you the kind of content creator that your haters pay your bills or not? Because yeah, look how stressed Trisha is. I think present day Trisha, I would say like probably more her fans pay her bills Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think present day Trisha, I don't think her haters pay her bills like this Trisha we're watching. I feel like this Trisha with Ethan, they were letting haters pay their bills. Ethan definitely lives for his haters. His haters pay his bills.
So she cheated for a good cause.
Well, she didn't cheat. It was just the rules allowed her to compete with her whole fucking family.
Oh, that's what the cheating was? Is that she got to compete with her family?
I
Well, then
think
they
so.
allowed it, so it
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
cheating.
she didn't cheat.
Oh.
People are just straight up lying about her on the internet. It's crazy. They go, proof that Charlie cheated. I was like, bro, you should get sued for saying that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Said it's all good. And
Yeah, no, I saw.
yeah, it seems like it's all.
Yeah. So there was that drama.
I guess that's why she. Huh? What?
I was like, got that. That's a highlight. Boom. What's next?
Keen is pushing it too, by the way.
Yeah, Keem's. Yeah.
Is
of
he
course
like I blocked him on everything? And it was the best decision ever. Like he's not my phone number, not Twitter, nothing. I can't see anything he says. It's
He's not
hard.
texting you from other numbers anymore.
No, I don't think so.
Douche. Such a. Didn't you block him and then he texted you from another number?
I think he tweeted at me then. I don't think he texted from another, or did he? I don't know, something like that. Because he did text me again. Either that or he didn't block him. And
You
he just
blocked
never-
him on Twitter and he texted you or some shit.
Something like that. Yeah.
Such a fucking weirdo. You think he wants to fuck you?
Yeah,
Everybody does.
I know. I don't want to get into this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, obviously.
Everybody does. Anyone who says no is a liar.
That's kind of a fun way to live your life. I wish I believed that about myself.
Well, do you actually believe that? Because I actually believe it.
Of course I don't. Who wants to fuck me? I have the
Trisha
opposite.
doesn't believe
I have
it.
the opposite worldview.
I do not believe Trisha thinks everybody wants to fuck her. I just like refuse to believe that.
You said you got laid a lot before you got married.
Not now. Maybe. Well, first of all, I
Oh,
would
now
never-
more than ever, they'd want to fuck you because you're rich and famous.
Yeah, but I'm fat and monstrous.
Yeah, look at Harvey Weinstein. Well, okay, bad
Nah.
example.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
look
took
at
by- he
like
took by force.
maybe. No, but there's a lot of like fat rich guys. Look at Adam Sandler, like schlubby and rich and
Adam
guys.
Sandler doesn't look that bad.
Okay, yeah.
I look worse than Adam.
No.
He's married.
That's what I'm saying though. But he puts himself as with all these hot young girls in his movies because he's like rich and whatever. But he always looks schlubby.
He's definitely schlubby, yeah.
I love
That's Adam Sandler's charm, right? Is the I look homeless, but I'm worth, $500 million.
the word schlubby.
Oh my God. Also, somebody in my chat, somebody in the comment section, you know how Trisha was like, you don't know who Joey Behar is? Like, she's like the most famous Jew. She's Italian Catholic. I was gagging. I Googled it. I thought Joey was Jewish too, but we're just fucking obviously bad at telling our Italians from our Jews. And I thought that was so funny.
Also, I guess that's it.
There was another drama I wanted to talk about. Oh, you know what? I feel bad for people like there's this girl like Dixie and then this other girl, Bella Porch, by the way.
Oh,
Oh my
my God. Can we
God.
get her on the show?
I like her a lot too.
Do a TikTok with her.
But people like are so mean to her, and it's like it's not her fault that people like her videos.
Well, I think she had like a Nazi tattoo or something on her.
No, not a Nazi. She got
Oh my God, this is so like Bella Porch. Was this about the time she got famous? And he did interview Bella Porch, I believe. I think because that's when I learned about her traumatic story. Oh my gosh. She has a really traumatic upbringing.
like something that was like offensive to like Southeast Asian people.
Right, but it was like the
she covered
equivalent
it.
of a swastika. Like a Korean swastika. It was like a red sun or something.
So anyway, she covered it.
Korean Wait, is she talking about the Tibetan or the? Is she talking about the Eastern swastika, the Sada swastika? Is that what she's talking about? I can't think right now. Is she talking about a swastika, or she's talking probably about the Eastern symbol that is not swastika related but looks like a swastika?
Right, when she found out that it was mean. That's the
She,
story.
and she didn't know that it was offensive. Like,
You think she just screwed
yeah, who's gonna just be like, oh, I got
Oh,
the tattoo.
okay. So Trisha just found out about the Holocaust, but she expects everyone to know what a swastika is. Girl. So okay. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, Trisha, you don't even know what Hitler did that was so bad, but everyone should know what a swastika is? Make it make sense. That's why everyone thinks she's a liar. That's why you sound like a liar. What are you talking about?
Tattoo didn't know it was offensive.
A red sun? I never heard of that.
I mean, I don't know the story behind it, but I'm sure she knew. She like researched it not to get into it.
That's crazy. So, but anyway, I don't want to put out that she's like a racist. I don't know about her, but like I just feel bad because so many people give her a hard time, and I'm like, it's not her fault that people like what she does.
That's the name of the game. If you want to be popular and collect that coin, you got to deal with people talking about you.
Yeah.
Good, bad, lies, or whatever.
I think Trisha's probably a little jealous of Bella Porch. I mean, Bella's so fucking pretty and sweet and everything and has good reputation, and also really overcame, like she really handled her trauma really well. Like Bella Porch handled, and she had some fucked up trauma, but she handled it really well, if I'm going to be honest. From last time I checked, I don't know. Last time I checked, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. Wait, the rising sun, Imperial Japanese flag, question mark. Yeah, I don't think Bella Porch meant it offensively, Avi, but I don't know.
Well, I like her for the record.
I like her. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's cool. I think it's just like, I hate when people are like, oh my God, stop talking about this person. It's like, that's what you signed up for. You get that
Yeah. No, you're right. you're right.
roles, let them talk about you, you know?
So if I get a black Rolls Royce, what are we going to do with it?
OnlyFans. Matching OnlyFans.
Only
Oh yeah, she had like a tattoo. It has like a heart with I guess the rising sun here. This? Is this offensive? This thing? With the heart? I'm very sorry if my tattoo offends you. I love Korea. Please forgive me. What? Yeah. Okay. Is it okay, good research, Trisha. I guess it's offensive to Koreans. I don't know anything about
fans.
See who comes the fastest in our Rolls Royce.
How long does it take you to come?
Oh, it's basically the Nazi swastika in Asia. Oh, shit. Okay. There was a sun under the heart. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know anything about this bubble. Oh.
Oh my God, I can do it in a minute with my big finger from Adam and Eve. Not sponsored. I mean, this is sponsored actually.
Literally sponsored. Yeah.
It's such a cool
Code
toy. I
free.
wish I had it. I wish I brought it
Have you
with
seen
me.
this thing, Moses?
Yeah.
You film it?
Obviously, who else? Why are you so weird? Oh,
Why are you
yeah.
embarrassed?
His friends don't like me that much.
Friends.
Because what friends? Boom.
What'd you say, Moses?
I have my own professional life.
That's true, yeah.
He has his own professional.
I know. I do feel kind of bad about
Very
that. I
so.
did tell him. I said honestly, like, if you want to break up with me because it was causing some tension in his life, and I was like, if you want to break up with me, it's okay.
He's
I
not
get
going to
it.
break up with you.
Honestly, like, well, I feel like I feel bad. I mostly feel bad. Like, I just don't want him to like lose like jobs because of me. Because
Why would he? Right?
people have already.
Stop talking about OnlyFans to me.
Okay, all right.
But
Okay, I'm getting like a little history lesson in the comment sections. Okay, this is so interesting. Okay, so definitely like I assume she got rid of that tattoo. It sounds like it's really deeply offensive at the end of the day.
Nobody needs to know who's holding the camera.
my issue is when he. Okay, whatever.
Go ahead.
Is when he like lies about it. He told that girl that he was DMing that, oh no, I don't do it. Her sister films her. My sister's never filmed me. Like, yes, we did an OnlyFans, but you never filmed me. We saw it in the DMs.
Well,
He said that my sister did it. And I was like, don't say that, like putting dildos in me. I'm like, my sister doesn't
oh,
do
yeah,
that.
that's kind of a weird narrative.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, just own up to it that you do it. Like, don't put it on my
It's
sister.
a tripod. It's an intelligent tripod.
Yeah, okay, cool. No,
I'm protecting Moses now.
I want to protect him too. That's why I was like, oh, like I don't want to like make it a thing where your friends hate me.
You don't want
and,
to
like,
break up with him, though. Why do you?
I don't want to, but you know what? I feel like I always just like self-sabotage because I feel like I'm just trash and
I
awful.
think
And
you know what? I think you're a good person. You have a good heart. And
You
I do really
always say
like
that.
You. No, I'm serious because I know you self-sabotage,
yeah.
and I think that Moses really likes you.
Yeah,
And
no,
he
I
wants to be
know.
with you,
He's like
so-
the best boyfriend I've ever had, which is why I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like terminate it.
So, but I think he knows that you self-sabotage. So, and he's really patient. So,
He's too patient. Moses is like the most patient person in the whole
you're like,
world.
I'm gonna have to break off with you. You're too patient.
Oh my God, no, I would say like if I, yeah, like I don't think I've ever had a more perfect, nice person.
I will say it's really nice that Trisha and Moses seem so happy together. I'm going to say this part out loud, but in no way do I mean this towards their marriage because I could never know this. Obviously, there's a concern that a more narcissistic person will target a BPD person because the BPD person is so afraid of being alone that the narcissist will play nice to get them basically in a situation. And I know people accuse Moses of being a narcissist. I wouldn't know that. I can't diagnose him. I have no idea if that's true. But I will say, obviously, there's a reason there's a concern about that, right? But I will say that if he is truly just patient, if he is truly just well-meaning, if they truly have lifted each other up, if they truly have been healthy for each other, then that's just a beautiful love story. And that's what I hope it is actually happening. I always hope people are just having a great love story, but I just can't know that, right?
In my life where it's almost like he's too fucking perfect and nice where I feel like this isn't real. I'm like, what are you hiding? But he's literally so perfect and so sweet.
Well, you guys just started dating, so give it. Just enjoy each other's company.
Well, I mean, I'm angry all the time. Like I get like when I get hungry.
I want to eat McDonald's now.
We're gonna eat McDonald's after this.
What are you gonna get?
The Trisha meal, which is the 10-piece nuggets.
You trying to get sponsored? The Trisha meal. All right, what's the Trisha meal?
Well, I always get it. And I've been eating McDonald's twice a week for the past like 20 years of my life.
What is it?
Oh
It's the
my
same thing.
God. Woo, that's a lot of McDonald's. Twice a week for the last 20 years of my life? Holy shit. Yo, I have McDonald's like max 1 to 5 times a year. That's crazy. Whoa.
Thing, a 10-piece nugget, the French fry, orange Fanta, and the cream cheese, the apple.
And also, McDonald's is only something new in my life since moving to Europe. And I know it's on the list. We shouldn't be eating at McDonald's, but you know, it is what it is. Their chicken nuggets too good. Go ahead. But also, like, don't cancel me. Jesus. Ugh. But okay, listen. I harm reduce in other ways. But like literally, European McDonald's is the only good McDonald's. I said it.
Pie. Well, now they have cream cheese and
how
pumpkin
big
pie.
a French fry?
Always a large.
Obviously,
Always a large. I did a video losing weight on McDonald's. I ate McDonald's for a week and actually lost weight doing it.
because you just didn't eat anything else.
Yeah, I just have my intermittent fasting and I do a McDonald's meal, nutrition meal
That can't
every
be
day.
healthy for your body though.
Oh, my body's gonna definitely die soon.
That's just bad.
That's why I think Moses hangs on. He knows I'm gonna die at like 38. He's like, oh, then I'll get the house and the money.
You think he's a gold digger?
No, but like I think he thinks that, like, oh, you know, it's like,
I'm sure he doesn't think that.
I would. Like if I did something that was like 85, I was like, you know, soon.
Whoa. He's older than you are.
Right, but I
That's a bad
Moses
gold
is
digger.
the gold
sticks every
digger.
day and like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna definitely have a heart attack for sure. Not to
Wait,
like,
Moses is the gold
Dude,
digger.
that's the worst gold digger ever. He's like older than you.
wait, what? Yeah.
You're like
I'm just
stretching
kidding.
it
But
hard.
people know I like to live
But like she is the breadwinner. Okay, Chad, if you're gonna make chicken nuggets at home, I actually highly recommend it. I love homemade chicken nuggets. They're so good.
recklessly, you know.
I think you'll make it to.
38.
You sometimes people like no. Sometimes people like you surprise the world. You know,
Live
people like
forever?
Mick Jagger who lived to like 1 billion.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, right, Dan. Yeah, he's still.
Can we get him on the show?
Yeah,
Oh
definitely.
my God, Trisha.
Right after Michelle Obama.
Manifest. I'm telling you, manifest.
Mick Jagger hasn't been on the show in like 20 years.
He could come on for this. I feel like Rick Moranis, you're manifesting with that Ghostbusters portrait over there. I love Rick Moranis so much. I used to say goodbye to him in every video for 4 years. It's like bye to Rick Moranis because Jimmy Kimmel did that with Matt Damon and manifested Matt Damon on the show. So therefore, I always said bye to
My
Rick Moranis. And I was
God.
like, one day I'll get to meet him. Never happened. But now with that Ghostbusters, I feel like you're manifesting him.
Dude, I swear to God, autism, BPD, whatever she has, I totally get it. Because sometimes she'll say stories and I'm like, I see her logic. Like, I understand the logic. Like, I get what she's saying, where it's like, yeah, like you think if you just do something you saw somebody else do, it's going to work for you. But the dilemma is like, eventually you got to do something that's you and not something someone else did. Like, eventually you got to stop copying what everyone else does and do something that you either do better and make it your own, or it's something that's just yours. And it's kind of interesting. Yeah. Trisha's so funny. I get her logic though.
Yeah.
But
So in summary, we're good. We're happy. We're back.
But I don't think people like it, for the record. As somebody who used to do this at the beginning stages of her YouTube career, I would like copy what other people do. I would always try to get like noticed. People don't like it. And I think I realized socially I was like pissing people off. This was like very start 19-year-old Britney. Like I realized like, why was I pissing people off? I couldn't figure it out. And it's because it feels desperate to people. They feel like you're not creating something of your own and you're just piggybacking off of them. And it feels bad to people. And I think Trisha can sometimes feel that way, that even though Trisha is the main character, it feels like she's not as main character as everybody else, considering that she needed everybody else. Like, who needs Trisha to build a platform? Right? Was the kind of her reputation coming in. Like, David needed her as a character, but she needed David more than he needed her. Like, everyone's needed. I feel like Trisha, like Jeffree Star excelled Trisha in terms of fame. He's worth so much more. He's more famous in a lot of ways. Like, I don't know if Trisha was always great, but is Trisha really the star power that other people she's been with? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's kind of an interesting, like, realization for people. Like, even Trisha saying like, oh my God, I'm finally on SNL. I've made it. Like, are you a star or not? Because you keep acting like you're always the underdog, which then signals to everybody else, like, do you know what then you're signaling that you aren't a big fish in a small pond, even though she is. But it confuses me when she signals like, oh my God, like she's finally done. Like, what do you mean? She's either you're the queen of your lane or you're not. But for sometimes like she signals like, what do you mean? Aren't you the queen of your lane? But she doesn't give share energy. She doesn't have share energy. Like, are you the queen of the lane or not? She should have been. By this point, I feel like she should own it. But she doesn't. She still acts like humble. Oh my God, thank you. I'm on SNL. Like, yeah. But also you're Trisha Paytas. Like, shouldn't. Like, that SNL had one of the highest rated episodes because Trisha was on it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like sometimes she doesn't give herself enough credit for being Trisha Paytas. But also, I don't know what that's about. Like, you know, anyways.
yeah, but I feel like we don't
Do
have
you
like.
feel better? Do you feel better? Or do you still feel bitter? Better or bitter?
Well, that's the thing I was telling you. I don't know if we said on the show, but I wasn't like I know I'm like a hothead. Like I know there's something wrong with me, that there's like a switch, and I overreact, and then I feel. I'm like I regret it the next day always. Anytime I make an exposed video, whatever, I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that.
It doesn't sound like you regret it with me. so
Yeah, it
apologetic.
was a little embarrassing.
Actually, even the way she takes a backseat to Ethan is really interesting. When she said, I feel like Like she can feel like a guest on this show. She says it in a later episode. Sorry, I was like doing some work, and it feels like Trisha will say like, "Oh, I feel like what is this show about? Do I even get a show in this, like a say in this show?" It's like, yeah, she doesn't. She wants to be the main character, but doesn't actually allow herself to be the main character. Yeah, Chet says maybe it's an imposter syndrome. Yeah, maybe it's imposter syndrome too, in a sense. Yeah, she doesn't like actually dominate space. Like she's not RuPaul. She's not, hell, she's not even me, to be honest. In a sense, like I try to be like kind, but I also want to make it clear I'm here for a purpose. Like she doesn't give herself. Yeah, exactly, Chat. It's like she's here, but she's not necessarily in it. She's not like, I'm Trisha, I'm here, let's go. She's very like, oh my God, I'm Trisha, hi, oh my God, okay. Like, what am I doing here? I'm lost. Like, girl, are you fucking Devil Wears Prada or not? But she's not. For Taurus, she's kind of a bottom. She's a little submissive. Like, she's not owning. She's Trisha fucking Paytas, let's fucking go. You're Trisha fucking Paytas. Let's fucking go. Without being like totally in our ego. Let's fucking go. You can be humble and still own the fact that you're who you are. Like I deserve to be at the table. Sometimes I feel like Trisha doesn't know, like you deserve to be at the table as much as Jeffree fucking Star. But at the same time, one of the reasons Jeffree and I think a lot of these people like excelled past Trisha is because they did have that attitude. And people fucking, at the end of the day, maybe it's unlikable in some women, but Trisha could have owned it better. But maybe she can't. Yeah, she doesn't have a solid identity. No, she doesn't. I don't know about present Trisha, you know, but she doesn't. Yeah. Wait, Chad says you can be a bottom and think you deserve to be at the table. I just want to be clear. We're not talking about a BDSM bottom. And no, you can't be a bottom and be at the table. I'm talking about business. No bottoms are at the table. That's the point. In business, no bottoms are at the table, guys. We're not talking about BDSM bottoms. No bottoms are at the table in business. You ever watch Shark Tank? Who's the bottom? Nobody. Nobody's a bottom and is on Shark Tank. Nobody's a bottom in business. You're either fucking there or you're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about business. I'm talking about business. Like, Ethan isn't a bottom in business. He's like he is definitely not a bottom in business. He's a ruthless businessman. Trisha's not that. She's a theater kid. You know? Chad says, would you correlate that to being humble though? Trisha's attitude? No, I would correlate it to being insecure. You know, I think Trisha's too insecure to be at the table, but I think she doesn't know how to be at the table without being ruthless, but maybe she doesn't want to because she's a theater kid. Maybe they're just things she doesn't want to do because, you know what I mean? Like Ethan's taking people to court ruthlessly. Trisha like screams when she's triggered, I'm going to take you to court. Like she might scream, but she's not ruthlessly like, oh, you want to play that game with me? I'll take you to court. See, Ethan's like, I'll take you to court. Like there's a difference in it. I don't think Trisha's there. I think Trisha is genuinely a theater kid with no sense for business, who's just enjoyed being a celebrity, being famous, and is messy enough to exploit that messiness to turn it into money. You know, but I don't think she is, like, even with this negotiation with Ethan, what business person is going to come and negotiate 45 or 5%? Who's not going to have a full-on contract before the dealing? You know what I mean? Like, she's not, and I get it because I'm not always ruthless in business. Like, sometimes I'm an artist in business and sometimes my ethics don't allow me to be ruthless in business, you know? So I get it. I think her theater kid personality makes her want to be the artist, but not the girl in business. But in business, this will kill your business. It will kill your business. And that's the thing. And that's what's interesting about Trisha. She's made it work, even though she's not ruthless at business. But I think there's something about that. You know? It says, I don't know. I think she's good at making money. Making money and being good at business are two different things. I want to be abundantly clear. Right? Maybe she's just good at creating content. She's good at being Trisha Paytas. But making money and running a business is not the same thing. Like, I want to make that clear. Like, football players make a lot of money, but they're usually very bad at business. Doctors make a lot of money. They're usually They don't run businesses. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, these people do not run businesses. Yes, Trisha is creative and resourceful. Exactly. Trisha is creative and resourceful. But she's not like in business. It's very interesting. And there's nothing bad about that, by the way. There's nothing bad about not being good at business.
overreacting, but I'm not apologizing for it. I'm just saying like I probably should, you know, like chill, but there's something mentally wrong with my head.
Yeah, I agree. I think
I should be on medication. I have medication. I don't take medication.
well, one of the things was
Like, the joke about businesses is everyone thinks they want to own a business until they realize like it's not business. Running a business has nothing to do with the money you're making or the reward or the fame. It's about actually making the business successful. And that's why people don't understand. Like, I heard somebody say, why do people become CEOs and not just leave after a couple years when they're rich? Because becoming a CEO isn't about making the money. It's about being the top dog. It's like their personality. Like, the money is important, but it's not just about the money. It's about the credit of being a top CEO of a big company. Like, it's kind of like their drug. Yeah, it's their power. They want the power. They want, you know what I mean? They want that status. So like all these people that are like, oh, I'd be CEO for 2 years and then I would leave. No one who wants to be CEO for 2 years is going to be CEO. Like, that's the like, I'm never going to be a CEO of a company. I don't want to be a CEO for like, I don't want to do what it takes to run a company. I don't want to be a high earning CEO girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say like middle class YouTuber, I'm happy. Run my business good, pay my tax, call it a day. But like, that's why I say like, pay attention to what business you're in and what game you're playing. You know?
you were saying like, oh, you're making fun of me for not being on my meds, and I never said anything.
Well, because
like
you call
that.
me crazy.
Ooh, Discord says I think Trisha is the most business minded with her OF. By that I mean she seems to take it the most seriously. I think Trisha, like, I think because she got pretty demonetized on YouTube, she utilizes her OF to support her lifestyle. Like, imagine if Trisha lost all her money and had to go back to living not in mansions. Right? So that's a good point. Okay, let's see. They're about to bicker a little bit. Let's see.
Yeah,
Well,
Never
then,
mind
one of the things was you were saying like, oh, you're making fun of me for not being on my meds, and I never said anything.
Well, because
like
you call
that.
me crazy.
I never said anything about being off your meds. Don't you see that like that's a strange leap to make?
Yeah, I went on a little bit of circles around a little
You
bit.
should take what meds are you supposed to be taking?
Oh, I don't even know. Maybe like lithium.
You should take it.
No.
Why don't you like it?
Because I wanted to kill myself on it.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, there was another one I took that was like, there's something with a Z, and then I drove my
Zoloft?
car off a cliff and up in Laurel. Most
Oh,
knows the story.
fuck.
Yeah.
Like on purpose?
Yeah, but like I think it was the meds.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, and my car literally like went off like Laurel Canyon. It
Have you
was
talked to
crazy.
your psychiatrist and be like, yo, I think these meds.
I don't have a psychiatrist. I have a therapist.
Well, does this person subscribe meds? too?
He refers me to this other doctor that gives me the
Oh,
medication.
oh.
He's not a doctor. He can't prescribe
Does
it.
he know that the shit he recommended made you drive off a cliff?
Well, that was an old therapist, but that therapist, not unironically, died on a car crash.
Weird. the fuck?
I feel bad. I'm not laughing because I was like, whoa, that's like dark. I just thought about that. I was like, wow,
Dude,
my life is dark too. We're
gotta-
living in the dark night. Where's
You know what?
Batman?
you know what? I take Lexapro, and I really like it.
Zoloft, Prozac, Lexapro. Oh yeah, all those things.
Why do you just sing a song about antidepressants?
I feel like she doesn't know anything about drugs. I feel like she doesn't know anything about what she's talking about right now. Like, I don't know a thing about pills. I've never had to take pills. I mean, I'm interested in ADHD medication because, girl, I'm pretty sure I got some ADHD, bro. But like, I've never taken pills. But like, Trisha talks about these things like she knows. But like, I don't think she has any idea what she's saying right now. Like, I just don't believe she has any. She doesn't sound like she sounds like anybody who's being very serious about medication or going to the doctor or talking to a therapist. That's why I feel like, are you making this up? But then I don't know. I feel like I meet people. I just feel like I meet people in the most interesting situations who obviously know what they're talking about when it comes to pills. And some of those people don't even have jobs, but like they definitely know their pills because they're addicted. You know what I mean? Like, Trisha doesn't talk like somebody who knows what she's talking about, which confuses me, I guess. You know?
Since
It's a song by one of the people from the Vlog Squad. Scotty Sire has one called
oh really?
Zoloft, Prozac, Lexapro, all things that I tried before. Like, it's like a rap. He talks about being sad all the time.
Oh,
Shout out Scotty Sire.
sad Scotty Sire.
Also a vlog squad. Stop going to parties with people over 100 people and not wearing fucking masks.
That's another
You dumb
thing.
bitches.
That's another thing.
You guys are 30 now. You're not cool and young and hip.
There's
Sorry.
so many COVID parties going on.
So many COVID parties.
There was one at David Dobrik's house.
That's what I'm talking about.
What the
and then
fuck,
David
dude?
hiding from it. David is just more problematic than all of them combined. They're all idiots. Then they went to a roast after where there was fucking like audience and shit. And it's like, yeah, they could say, oh, we all got tested. That test doesn't count
No.
if you go and party before. Like,
No, exactly.
they're so stupid. People are
I have to
oh.
say, you're pretty woke about COVID. I like
Okay,
that a lot.
I'm so woke about COVID because I was like, okay, one, I see my parents. My parents are like in their 60s, so I'm very like that. Well, in general, also I don't see people in general. But also, when I did I would do like 4 OnlyFans collabs, and we'd always do the COVID test before because one of the girls was pregnant, and so we did like a COVID test before. And there was one girl in particular who was like a young TikToker, and she's like, yeah, babe, like I got the COVID test, but then I saw her like the night before going to a freaking party, and I'm sorry if it showed my age. I called that bitch out. I'm like, bitch,
Yeah.
you went to a party. Oh, I got tested. I was like negative.
Doesn't
I was
work like that.
you were at a party last night. Like, how
Yeah.
are these? But these people are like actually vapid and stupid. Like, they actually like don't like, especially that vlog squad group. They actually don't think they're doing anything wrong. They're like, we're young,
It's
we're rich.
literally
They're
illegal in LA to do that.
literally illegal.
Yeah.
You can only be with 3 households, less than 20 people. You're supposed to wear masks
Yeah.
even at the parties. None of them were doing that. Filming them like idiots. Like, who films it? Like, okay, you're gonna be a fucking idiot. Like, why are you gonna go film it? Like, they're so stupid, but they're exempt from everything. That's why, and that is my vendetta against them. Fuck whatever happened with me, whatever. It's like these privileged white rich people, like straight, they fucking get away with everything. It's so
I
fucking
don't think they're all
annoying.
white.
They're all white.
No, I saw, well,
Name an ethnic person in that group.
not in the vlog. No, in the vlog, but I've seen not white people, a lot of TikToks of all ethnicity doing COVID parties.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying specifically that group doesn't get canceled. They did literal blackface. Zayn, David, they literally put peanut butter on their face and they don't get canceled.
Can you
What?
pull up a picture of David?
Trisha isn't mad she's done anything she's done. She's mad that other people don't get canceled the way she's gotten canceled. I'm convinced. I'm convinced she does not care about blackface or like any of these things. She just doesn't like that she gets canceled and no one else does. This Trisha. I'm just like convinced she does not care. I don't believe it. I don't think she cares about anyone's bad behavior. She just doesn't like that she doesn't get called out. Or she gets called out and they don't.
David Dobrik with peanut butter on his face? That doesn't sound like blackface.
No, they literally did it because their black friend walked in. They're like, Seth. And they had the peanut butter on their face and like, oh no.
Really?
Like, it literally was a blackface joke.
Hang on,
It's like,
I gotta take this. I want to take these off and I
Take
think
it
it'll be
off.
entertaining in the show. This just feels so bad.
oh, don't do it. Don't do it now. Don't do it now. Oh my God, I'm going to puke. I'm going to puke.
Really? How do you
Whoa.
take yours off?
Well, mine are like acrylic, so they have to drill them off. You can't just rip
They
them off.
drill them?
Yeah, these are perm.
How do you put on acrylic? Is it just glued on?
It's literally acrylic. They paint it. They paint acrylic
Wait,
on.
that's your real
They
nail?
put, no, they make a tip, a freeform tip. They paint the acrylic. It hardens. This is acrylic.
Oh. So wait, how do they place the nail on? I'm confused.
What do you mean? It's a freeform. So there's like a little tape thing underneath like this.
Yeah.
And then they build the acrylic on top of the freeform. And then when it hardens, they take the freeform
Okay.
sticker or whatever off.
Right. So it's just really stuck on your,
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
rock solid.
and when you want to take it off, they drill it?
Yeah, they drill them down or they soak it off.
Dude, these were supposed to come off easy, bro.
Be careful.
Ah!
Worried.
I'm trying to take it off with one of my other nails. This was supposed to come off. Everyone's like, oh, they come off so easy. Oh, that one is coming off.
Ooh, don't show it. People are going to be cringe.
No, it's okay.
Ow.
Wait till I have to take off my
Mm.
contact lens.
Yeah, I don't know how
I'm
you're
gonna
going to
do
do it by
that.
yourself. And your support left. Ela's gone, so you won't have anyone to
My
wipe your
pair.
ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my.
You're really dependent on her, aren't you? I mean, no shade. Yeah. Cute.
Like, what do you mean
Ugh.
dependent? Like, give me an example.
Like you guys can never ever be break up because you need her.
Break up. We're married. We have a kid.
Mm.
Yeah, we obviously want to break up with her. But we've been together for a long time.
But you guys are like the Ace family, where it's like you guys are a business now. You guys can't break up.
Oh,
That's
the
no.
Ace family literally gets divorced in the future.
That has nothing to do with it.
That's 100% it.
You think we
Oh.
would want to break up? but
I'm not
we can't.
saying that. I'm saying you're dependent on her. She's more independent.
could.
She's military boss babe, but like you're like,
she's
oh,
independent.
Ventura, what up?
She is very independent. You're right about that.
Anyway,
Did you find the clip of the peanut butter, Dan?
God, she's so negative, bro. No, just the way people talk about people's like. I get it if you think like there's real toxicity happening, but Ethan and Ela are obviously so happy that like it just seems bitter. Like, which Trisha admits she's bitter at this stage of her life. Like Ethan and Hila are obviously so happy. They're so in love with their babies and them. They're just so like, you know what I mean? Like being dependent on your partner is not like, you know, I see these TikToks of women that are like, all these women saying they don't need a man, but me sitting here quiet because I definitely need mine. I don't know what that's about. But I just want to make it clear. I don't need anybody. I'm grateful to have people. I'm just grateful that we met. I'm grateful we can build a life. I'm grateful we remain healthy. I'm grateful that we're healthy. I'm grateful that we get to be with each other. I'm grateful. It's not about be dependent or not. Like dependency, like I depend on society to stop at red lights. Like codependency bad, but everyone's dependent on all of us to lift each other up. Like nobody does anything alone. We all are all dependent on each other, you know? But yeah, you want interdependence. Exactly, Chad. You want interdependence in life. In a healthy relationship, you want to be a team. Teams depend on each other, but they're not codependent. You know, like, oh, you need her. What do you mean I need her? You know, what does that even mean? Like, Trisha's just too toxic here to realize. It's like the people that say, oh, are you going to get bored in your relationship because it's healthy? It's like they can't even, they're just like living in a completely different bubble, right? Maiden says, I feel like her rejection, sensitive dysphoria is so hair trigger that even her seeing Ethan getting ready to end the episode is triggering her. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could see that. Like him leaving her feels like a rejection, maybe.
I think that video above it. See what you just went? That article. Oh, you're scroll. That one.
This is like an apology video or something.
Who? No, that's not it. Go. You have to scroll through. Look, this is it. Wait, watch. It's in this same video. I mean, you have to like go through. This is all the racist moments of David Dobrik.
Oh
my God.
Pull it up on your phone. Let's do a supercut.
Wait, a supercut?
We're way over.
Oh, okay.
I want to
Wait,
watch
right.
David Dobrik's racist moments, Dan.
Okay.
I want to watch David Dobrik's racist.
Started really late in the day today.
I want to watch David Dobrik's racist moments 2018 confirmed re-upload
Stupid.
1080p.
Okay.
Let me decide.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, I don't want to watch commentary.
No, you'll see the video. He has the clip. Wait, here it is. It's coming. He has the clip. Sorry, it's coming.
Top tier content right here.
Watch, here it is. Wait, hold on. Here it comes. Zane and Alex from David's vlog. David's filming.
Looks like David Dobrik is a big fan of
Wait.
Shane Dawson.
So it was like they made it look like it was like they were just goofing around, and then he walked in. And he was like, "You guys are doing blackface." It was like a sketch,
It was a sketch about blackface.
but I don't think they were meant. The joke was that they didn't mean to do blackface. Then he walked in, and they're like, "Oh, it looks like we're doing blackface."
I love that you always defend the white creators because last time too with Anthony and Mikey, you're like, it's not that bad. Mike, you're like, let's just skim over it. Mikey did a Rihanna-inspired makeup tutorial where she put fake bruises on her face, but you're like, let's just skim over that.
Oh my God, that's crazy. What? But also, Trisha's so funny with the way that she like, Ethan's trying to be more accurate about what they're seeing, but Trisha's not wrong. Like the humor is racist humor. So the skit is a skit, but it's still racist humor. Do you know what I mean? But they're not being racist they did it intentionally as a skit, is what Ethan is saying. Versus Trisha is making it sound like, but Trisha's right. Like it is technically racist humor. Right? My chat's saying strong sense of justice. Yeah, like maybe this is her categorization of like, you know, when I say like, oh yeah, like cheating is abusive, and everyone's like, whoa, Brittany, like nobody thinks cheating is abusive. I was like, yeah, because you're imagining some guy who kisses a drunk girl at a bar, and I'm imagining a person who long term for 6 or 12 months convinces their partner nothing is going on while they're secretly having an affair. Because like when I think about cheating, I don't think about the fucking lowest spectrum. When I think about racism and I'm like, racism's bad, I'm not just thinking about white girls wearing fucking braids and pretending that they're black. I'm thinking about people who are literally going to shoot you for being brown. You know what I mean? So like maybe Trisha's sense of justice is going right to the extreme, but she is technically correct that it is a racist humor joke. And there should be some questions about, you know, how we make those jokes. Because look, Dave Chappelle started off with just pointing out things about trans people that seemed harmless. And no, he's just a transphobe. Like that's just his level of transphobia is too much. Richard Dawkins with his misogyny, everybody else, oh, it's just a joke. It is just a joke. But this joke is also rooted in some belief you have about these groups of people. You know, so Trisha's, I can see her point, but I can see Ethan's point is just different perspectives. They're both correct from their different perspectives.
What? I want to see that.
I can't because it's an hour-long video. We're like, who's got time for an hour? It's so
I'm
important
here.
to watch
I'm
the whole
Googling
hour.
it.
Watch it.
I'm Googling
Oh my
it.
God, now I have to go find
But
that clip. Like
true.
it's on the
Wait,
it's on
I'm
the
not.
Swoosh
I'm not
video.
trying to defend white.
You
crit.
do. You
I'm
brush
just
over
trying.
things like,
I'm just trying to
it's
give people the
fine.
benefit of the doubt because I don't want.
Yeah,
to be
Trisha has zero nuance. Trisha cannot nuance to save her life.
like you come on here and you say blah 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 blah. I'm just trying to give my.
Do you want to watch the rest of that video where
'Cause
there's
I feel like I
racist things that they all say about
Yeah.
Indians,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Asians, about little kids he thinks sexy? Like, yes,
Yeah.
they're all jokes, and that's fine, but
I
don't
was just
cancel some
giving
creators and
context.
not others.
He wasn't like he was in blackface going like, "Hey guys, it's Blackface Day."
Thank you. Like cats and dogs. What is he saying? He says you're cute too. He says I'm cute too. Keep the demonetized for that. I don't even know you know. What is he saying? What is he saying? He says you're cute too. He says I'm cute too.
The fuck is this?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a bunch of. Then they do a Native American bit. Like, they do all these things about. Anyways, there's so many. Oh,
Oh, I remember this clip. I saw this a while ago.
whatever. Keep apologizing for them. That's how they get more rich, famous, whatever. Good. They're all problematic. They date underage people. Their other friend that
Oh, they
dated a
date?
17. Yeah, 24-year-old Brandon Calvillo dating a 17-year-old. But I'm the fucking crazy bitch for calling it out because it's like, oh my god, I can't believe Trish called that out. It's proven. It's in videos.
I'm not seeing a Glam and Glory Rihanna makeup tutorial, but I'll keep looking. But she definitely did makeup tutorials for Bruising, which she's a special makeup artist for like movie sets and stuff. Or like that's what her specialty was. So I'm not sure. Lots of people do makeup bruises for like, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing anything that's specifically Rihanna related.
Edwin's generation made a whole video proving that she was, and he's like, oh no, we were friends, and then we dated when she was 18. No, they all knew it. They're all apologists for that. It's fucking annoying.
Let's take down the vlog squad.
No, let's not.
Let's fucking take them all down.
Yeah. Chad says Trisha became a social justice warrior out of pettiness. Yeah, it feels like virtue signaling from the wrong messenger. Again, it's BoJack Horseman all over again. BoJack will make Rick and Morty, all these like stupid men will make all these great points, but they're the worst messengers since they're shitty people. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're speaking the truth. No one wants to watch a shitty person. Do you know what I mean? Like, make these points. That's why I say, like, nobody wants to hear a cheater talk about how to have a healthy relationship. Shut up. Be quiet. Like, I don't want to hear from you. So, like, that's the problem with, like, a Trisha, like, virtue signaling. It's like, be quiet. You don't have the reputation to be talking about these things. Thank you.
Let's dismantle the vlog squad empire.
I just think they should be held to the same standard. Like, oh, you're gonna have a COVID party? Like, what the fuck
Oh,
is
the
wrong
COVID
with
party
people?
shit is unexcusable.
In their own group.
I hate that shit.
It's Joe. Their own group members got COVID. And it was
Well,
like, oh,
by the way,
like,
the thing that I hate about it is like they're supposed to be like these woke, like socially woke and like responsible creators, but
They never were, obviously.
but if you're having a party on COVID, then and no one's wearing a mask and shit, like that's fucked up, dude. That's like so fucked up.
I hate people like that.
People are literally dying because of shit like that. It's just not cool. Anyway.
Can we get Michael Keaton on this podcast too, please?
Yes.
Okay, so when are we taking these guys?
Just to recap, we have Michael Keaton,
Jim
Elton
Carrey.
John, I think you requested.
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, who else? Oh, and you wanted what's the Spaceballs guy?
Rick Moranis. Pamela Anderson.
No, yeah, Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Pamela Anderson, not a problem. Sasha Baron Cohen.
New movie Borat. Second one comes out October 23rd on
I'm
Amazon
excited.
Prime.
I'm
We'll just
excited
promo
for
it
it.
now.
You know, I liked the last one he made, but it was on Showtime, so no one watched it.
Oh yeah, he had an Israeli character in there.
Mhm.
I just like to fetishize anybody Israeli now. Not my boyfriend.
Do you find him attractive, Sasha?
Yes. I never did before I started dating Moses. I never really found like those kind of people,
Those kind of people? That doesn't sound very
Well,
PC.
I just think I said it wrong. Babe, what am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say.
Help. Moses.
Babe, help. What is it? What am I trying to say?
You like the Israeli message?
Middle Eastern people?
Middle Eastern, yeah, that's it.
Israelis?
It was never like a thing that I went for, but I feel like now if Moses and I broke up, I would only date Middle Eastern people because they would remind me of Moses. It always happens. Like the last person I date, I try and find someone else that's like them until someone breaks the mold. And so
Girl, the way people just tell you who they are, and I'm not even mad about it, by the way. I don't think Trisha is like a bad person at her core. I don't think most people are bad people at their core, guys. I don't, but they really do tell you who they are, right? Like with the questions they say or the answers, you're like, okay. Look, I try to tell people who I am when I say things. It sucks when you're misinterpreted. Like that always sucks when you feel like that's not what I meant. But at the end of the day, like I think we're all pretty good at signaling who we are. I think some people are really good at purposely misunderstanding us. But I also think we're pretty good at communicating who we are as people,
Moses broke that mold for Middle Eastern. So hey, if I ever get broken up, if you're in Jordan, if you're in freaking Dubai, Lebanon, Israel.
So you would date an Arab person?
Oh my God, they're the ones that fascinate me the most. Can we
Ethan?
get an Arab on? No, what are the ones I want to Muslim? Let's get a Muslim on here because I'm so fascinated by
Why did Ethan say it like that? Oh, you date an Arab person? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Muslim culture. Like I love all of it. Like I am really into it right now. Like I really am.
Do you want to pray to Mecca 5 times a day?
I'm down. I like the idea of praying 5 times a day.
Really?
Like I watch 90 Day Fiance and like I feel like
Oh,
they
yeah, I
are
love
praying.
it.
Yeah, they're always and there's like a Muslim on this one and I just think they're like hot.
All right, let's wrap it up.
And I think
Not because of the Arab thing, just because it's just going too long.
do you know Arabic?
No.
Okay.
I know a couple words.
Say something.
Like
Khala.
uh,
Shamuta.
they say what's the word? They have Sababa's Arabic, right?
Probably.
They have a lot of overlap.
Oh, I learned a new Hebrew phrase.
What is it?
Mimash hamanit aleha.
What the fuck are you saying?
Do you know? You don't know? I
I
thought
don't
you
know what
knew.
you said.
Did I say it right, babe? A little bit. I do it on my translator, and I speak Hebrew to the translator, and they do it to English, so I know I'm speaking it
Oh,
right.
that's cool.
So, memosh, how many dalihah?
I don't know.
Habarim!
What are you saying?
Huh?
What are you saying?
I'm really, really horny.
Ew. Gross.
Trisha.
Yeah, I've never.
I'm just gonna go to my in-laws and be like, I've been learning Croatian, and then it's just like I'm a dirty whore. It's like Trisha. It's kind of funny though. It's a little bit funny. And to be fair, when we had dinner with them the other night, they were teaching me cuss words. So
Had to express that in Hebrew.
No one's ever said that to
Yeah,
you in
so
Hebrew?
that's new.
That's awkward because you guys lived there for 5 years. You never once heard.
Well, we spoke English. And I was
Weird.
in a relationship.
Lame.
All right.
And she never
let's
said
end-
I'm really horny in your relationship.
Not in Hebrew.
Really?
Let's end it, Dan.
Love Reddit.
Thank you guys
Going
so
down.
much. We're back and better than ever.
I hate that we have the same.
I feel like Trisha is the kind of person that's like, oh, I love when my person talks to me in their language. It's so much more romantic. But like, not everyone's like that. I mean, my partner doesn't talk to me in Croatian. Do you know what I mean? Like, we say I love you together and we say it in Croatian, but like, he doesn't talk to me in Croatian. You know what I mean? You know, like, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Chat says, are cuss words in Croatian satisfying to say though? Yeah. Like what I'll do is, okay, when I'll make like a, I was like, I'm not gonna lie. We were cracking up so hard at dinner the other night because I was like, I only know like 5 phrases and all of them are like, I love you, good day, fuck off or something. Like I only know so many things. So like I'll say them, but I say them very robotic. It's so funny. One day when I actually learned more than 5 words, we'll have a conversation about language. But yeah, like I think Croatian's a very satisfying but difficult language. Like it's fucking hard. Like I can't enunciate half the words, and like even my translator has an accent. So like he'll be like, "What?" He can't even understand the translator sometimes, like on Google Translate, because he's like, "Why is she saying it with a weird accent?" She has like a dialect. Because every Croatian town has its own fucking dialect. So it's like even my translator says the Croatian words different than like the Croatian he speaks. It's just very stressful. I won't lie. Learning a language is very stressful. I'd rather pay taxes. Like it's very stressful.
Same body shape. It's so unnerving to me. Ew, look at us.
Yeah.
Why
Are
do I
you-
look like you?
A lot of people suspected you were mad at me the last episode because I've been slamming you on the costume so hard.
Oh, no, I kill you in costumes. I let you think that because I'm like, whatever, you have something that everyone knows. Okay, cool. But mine is like, I'm a cosplay queen. Like, who
No,
cosplays?
yours is really good today.
She
No,
does
my cosplays
cosplay
always
well.
kill
The
it.
past 2 was like,
As far as the
it was like
cosplay,
3-pointer,
No,
Kobe,
no.
and yours was like,
if we went to a Comic Con, mine would kill it because like true cosplayers know that my cosplays are amazing.
I didn't know we were cosplaying. We're just dressing up.
Cosplaying.
Wait, that's cute. Chat says when my partner sleep talks in Serbian, I find that cute, but I don't know what she means. I think it's cute. Like sometimes my partner will wake up and start talking to me in Croatian, and I'll just look at them like, oh. And like sometimes that does happen where like he'll be kind of like sleepy, so he'll end up talking to me, and I'm just like sitting here like, I just kind of go like this, okay, you know, and that's kind of cute. But yeah, it is sweet. Like I do think it's cool people speak different languages. Like that's pretty awesome.
When you're dressing up as like a character, it's not a costume. You're not being a witch. You're dressing up as somebody.
The
You're
last, this
cosplaying.
is the only week where you've been on my level.
I mean, I think crushed it this week. I crushed it every week over you for
Well, I
sure.
wasn't
I just let you
dressed.
be like, oh yeah, okay, please.
No, this is the only day where you were close to me. The other days was like, Kobe, ooh, 3 points.
Thank you for asking. Did my headache get better? It is dulled right now. I think the ibuprofen finally kicked in. With that said, I do think it's probably best that we end on this note. We're almost done. We have a few more minutes because I'm afraid it's going to come back after the ibuprofen. Maybe like, I'm afraid if we do another few hours, it's going to get worse. So I think we should call it just to be safe. It's dull. I can feel it. The headache is very dulled now. Thank God. Like for ibuprofen, I try not to take it too often. It's really bad for you. But like, yeah, I think I can feel it. It's much better. But we are going to end in a few minutes.
Points, half court line. And then you're like all swoosh. Or wait, what's it called when you miss? Airball.
Oh my God. Can we also get LeBron James? I want to. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the last time I manifest somebody.
No
but
problem.
I really like him too.
Not a problem.
You know, okay.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Mm.
We will be back next week, I think.
Did
Oh,
she just do that so he would like ask
one
her
more
more
costume.
about it?
Thank you everybody for watching.
Really like him too.
Not a problem.
You know, okay.
See, and that's when he was supposed to say what? What were you going to say? And she would have another story about LeBron or something.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Mm.
We will
And then
be
she just made that sound, you know?
back next week, I think.
Oh, we have one more costume, so definitely gonna be next week. And then the next week is the voting episode, so I'm gonna wear my little vote costume.
Oh shit. Wait, when is November 3rd?
That's we filmed November 2nd,
Holy shit, that's gonna be crazy.
so we had to do a whole political episode.
I'm down.
Yeah, same.
Should we dress up as Trump and Biden?
No.
Oh my
I already
God.
have
That'd be
my vote.
awesome.
No, you ruined all my things because I already have my outfit for that day.
okay.
Like you can't ruin my.
All right, I won't.
have
No,
things
I won't.
planned.
I won't ruin it. I'll just come as
And who's
Trump.
gonna be Trump? I was gonna say.
I'll come as
ew.
Trump. It'll be fun. Listen, I'll do my shitty Trump.
do your
Listen,
conversations here.
Ethan.
The polls. No, I don't.
That's pretty good.
Listen, Ethan, listen to me. Don't let Trisha walk all over you the way I let these prostitutes walk all over me. Sometimes they pee on me, sometimes they don't. Actually, we're not going to call them prostitutes because that word is misogynistic. We're going to call them bona fide sex workers. They are real people. And every time I know they're real, it's because Melania yells at me. She hates it. They're real. I know because I get punished for it, which is kind of like a prize because I like to be punished. It's confusing.
That's
The
good.
polls are rigged, okay? Listen,
You kind of look like him.
if I win, yeah, right?
That's so weird. That's creepy that you look so much like him.
What? I look like Jeffree Star.
If I'm a little off today, I did take a Xanax and a coffee before, so I don't
Oh
know if
my
I'm up or down. So I'm
God.
sorry, I don't know if I'm up or down. I think I'm okay.
You're all over the place. You're floating in in a beautiful ether, the middle path, full enlightenment.
Very
Xanax
serious.
plus
Oh
a
my
coffee.
God.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the right choice for today. You look good.
Thank you so much. You look great.
I love the
Can I show you this
music.
real quick and then I promise we'll wrap it up. Oh God, I can't reach my phone.
I feel so much better without the nails.
I got it. Wait, hold on. Wait, I want to show them something. Don't end it.
I kind of want to. Will you film me in the bathroom trying to take the
Oh.
contacts off? Yeah, you reacted too soon.
I was like, yes.
Let me finish the sentence.
Can we do a haunted?
Will you put your phone in the toilet and film the turds coming out of my butt?
For what? OnlyFans?
No,
Put it there.
just for you.
Yeah, for real?
Mhm.
I mean, I guess whatever you want.
You would film that?
Yeah.
You would film turds coming out of my butt?
Kind of look like.
Oh my
Oh, that's
God. Emily Farts. Right? Is that her name? Emily Farts? I never got into her content, but there you go.
Do you know her?
No, but
She's a big
funny.
YouTuber. Well, like kind of big, but you kind of look like that.
Oh my god.
That's what you look like.
That's great.
Anyways, shout out Amelia Fart. I like her. She's cool. I
All
like
right,
her.
so let's go in the bathroom and try to film me taking the contacts
Oh,
off.
Amelia.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, we did it. I can feel the pinching in my head. It's right here. It's right here, and it's right here. I'm just like, stop it. I hate this because I really wanted to watch the Dr. Drew episode with you guys. But I just think for the safety of tomorrow's stream, we don't want to take the chance because God knows if this turns into a migraine, I'm not even going to be here tomorrow. So let me go turn off all the lights in the house and try to get rid of this because God knows I feel the chills. I've had the chills all day. And my partner was like, why are you so cold? I've been so cold and sweaty all day. And I've been like feeling very nauseous. Like we tried to play Smash and I was getting like motion sick from looking at the screen. And so I should have known I was sick, but I shouldn't be sick. I shouldn't be sick. I should be. Ooh, I'm so upset with myself. I hate it. I hate it. I just want to spend time with you guys. Okay, no, stop it. Take a pregnancy test. Shut up. That's what I said. I said, what if I'm fucking pregnant? I can't be pregnant, guys. I am on birth control. I just had my period. But I swear to God, I said to him, what if I'm fucking pregnant? Don't put that into the universe. I'm really trying to harm reduce here. No pregnancy, okay? But now I'm going to pee on a stick. Now I have one. I keep pregnancy tests in my drawers because I'm terrified of getting pregnant. And I only have 8 weeks to have an abortion here. So I'm like, okay. Thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow. Okay, girls? I'll see you then. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.